Yo, and we live finally. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Red Milwaukee 414, straight from Sneakerheads Color Line, back in the building. Another Tuesday night. Yes, we are late as usual. Y'all should be used to this by now. It is what it is. But we in the building, man. Another Tuesday night, Sneakerheads Color Line Radio live. As promised, we got Twin Souls in the building. And well, actually, we got both of them in the building, which is unusual. I said it, which is unusual. And then we got Dan, aka One-Legged Lister, my brother, in the building.
What up? What up?
Very much appreciate both of y'all coming through tonight. And then we got BX in the building. He came through the sub in for your boy.
I'm gonna be a 6 man of the year.
And then Q should be joining us any minute now. Let's see here. As y'all know, Caddy is a new father, so most definitely he had to do some brand new daddy duties tonight. And then RBA, I think, is on a mission, working, doing something tonight. So, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. Once again, Twin Souls and Dan, appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. Dan, you looking good, brother. Even though it's quarantine time, you looking good.
Bro, I look hefty as fuck.
Missing no meals.
Yeah, I ain't missing a goddamn one. I be making shit. I'm eating plenty of biscuits and shit.
Stocked up good for quarantine.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's rough, man. I learned how to cook and shit, so it's even more like they're like I can make cookies really well. Who fucking knew? Right? I'm a cookie baking motherfucker over here, man. That's a problem.
You wasn't cooking before this?
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, hell no.
I can make a mean bowl of cereal. You know?
Yeah.
Which goes first, the milk or the cereal?
Always cereal.
Always
cereal.
Always.
You put the milk in there first, you don't get enough cereal. And I got to use Tupperware bowls, like mixing bowls and Rubbermaid shit your mama always had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, man. Well, most definitely, man. I'm most definitely, first of all, before we get into it, I'm most definitely glad to see my brother in the building tonight. I don't know I don't even remember the last time you've been live or been on anybody's live or anything like that. I know it's been a couple, at least 2 years, a year and a half.
I did the midsole, whatever season they're on. I jumped on it with them for the first one this year.
First episode. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, the first episode. But before that, it was definitely like years.
Yeah.
18 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Like twice in 18 months.
Okay. Well, most definitely it's dope. It's dope to see you. I'm glad to have you on tonight. Most definitely when we talked last week and you was like, yo, I'll jump on. And I was like, nah, he ain't say that.
I'm in, man. It's a young man's game. As far as like doing live and like doing this stuff, it's a young man's game. Like the reality is, I'm fucking tired. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
So when I think sometimes older heads need to kind of take a back seat and allow some of these young cats come up here and do the thing.
Right. Well, I most definitely I call this Tuesday night. Unofficially, I call it like sneakerhead like happy hour, because obviously we don't see each other on even if it wasn't quarantine, right? We don't see each other on a weekly basis or whatever. So, if I can get a few of my homies, buddies that I don't see every day, obviously I don't see none of y'all every day. But if we're able to do this, you know what I'm saying, every once in a while on a weekly basis, check on each other, talk whatever we normally talk if we was on the phone or group chat or DM, during Instagram or whatever, this is cool, whatever, because this is what we do at SneakerCon. Like we see each other at SneakerCon, we talk shit and we talk about whatever's coming out and we have a good time or whatever. So that's
last time I was at SneakerCon, we got real ratchet. Every motherfucker got real ratchet. It was rough. That was a good one.
Man,
that was a good one.
Man, I always bring up that what was it, that 2017 season. That run that we went on in 2017, was amazing. Is very different nowadays. Well, I guess it hasn't been a SneakerCon this season yet, but last year, 2019, it's very different from you know, what was going on in 19 compared to 17. Most definitely. So
That was a different vibe though.
yeah,
Like
it was.
that whole like I think I went to like seven sneaker cons,
Hmm.
which is unnecessary. That was an unnecessary amount of sneaker cons. But you know, I ended up paying a whole lot of price for it. You know, like I ended up having like 2 surgeries because of
Yeah,
it. Like I was
yeah,
laid up. I mean, because I'm crippled as fuck. Like, let's not get it twisted. I'm crippled, but I don't. You know, nobody wants to think they're crippled. So we get out there and we did the thing. But that was we made new friends. We lost bullshit ass friends. We dropped some people like a bad fucking habit. You know, in
yeah.
Chicago, that little short fat motherfucker. I don't remember what his name is.
I don't even remember his name.
Rich. His name was Rich.
What was his IG though? I don't even remember his IG. It was some numbers. I don't remember, but it is what it is. It's probably not even on the Instagram or anything like that anymore.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna. If I'm gonna talk shit about the dude, I'm gonna drop his name. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Ain't no pussy over here.
yeah. Well, most definitely 2017 it was a way different vibe than what it is nowadays. Um even talking about SneakerCon, you know, Twin Souls, y'all everywhere, every location, you know, all
All
the
around.
time. Like how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel? Just even talk about SneakerCon right now. How do y'all feel how it is like nowadays compared to Danny put it in the comment section? I don't
It's
remember.
845 Sneakerhead. His whack ass name was 845 Sneakerhead.
Danny just put it in the comment section. How do y'all feel now compared to you know, like 2017 stuff like that, or that era? Y'all feel the same way? Like, is it a different vibe?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely coming from us, like we went from selling all the time. So for us it was always the same game plans compared to like 2017 compared to now. Like 2017 we were just getting into going to SneakerCon. And then now of course we had 3 years worth of experience going to sneaker cons and different stuff like that. So we've seen the evolution of going, and it was just selling to customers or like people that attended the shows. And now you got like stuff happening like JC coming and dropping racks at regular attendees and vendors. So we seen that transition with that, but it's just going with the flow and moving with the wave, you know what I'm saying? Just figuring out how it is to move the pairs, really.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
most.
mean, I would say, yeah, it's been a change in SneakerCon looking at 2017 when we first started going, and now, uh, it's almost like it's a different dynamic, you know, as the sneaker game has changed and evolved. You also see that with sneaker events. Uh,
Mhm, mhm,
you know, now if you look at it, you know, SneakerCon have their own seller app, or they have their marketplace. Or
mhm,
when 2017, you know, you look at it, StockX and Goat were really trying to make a way for themselves, and
mhm.
now it's like StockX is top dog. You know, people used to look at Flight Club, eBay, stuff like that for price, and now you got StockX is the go-to for
Yeah,
anybody, whether it's a seller, you know, a customer coming trying to buy a shoe, anything like that. So everything that takes place and changes in the sneaker game, you really see that changing at the events as well.
yeah. I most definitely want to get into like how does that affect y'all personally, when it comes to like the StockX app and different things like that or whatever. But first thing, shout out to Danny with the 4.99 dono. Lister, remember when we surprised you at the restaurant and said it was your birthday? I
That shit
wasn't
was
there for that
mad.
one.
No, that shit was mad embarrassing. That was some bro. God, that was it wasn't a sneaker con. It was oh, I don't remember. It was one of the other ones, and that guy that used to run Sneaker Flea, Joe something or another. But I mean, he was a good dude. But we did that show, and we all went out to eat after, and it was the first time I was meeting a lot of these like OG players and stuff like that. Like
Was this Atlanta?
no, this was in Jersey, bro.
Okay, okay.
I spent most of my time in New York,
Yeah.
and like it was the first time meeting a lot of these like old heads, like the people I look up to and stuff. You know, like those cats, like Soul Exchange,
Soul Exchange. Okay.
and So yeah, and I'm sitting over there and I'm talking to these folks. I'm like, oh my god, how do you shoot these pictures? Yada yada. And then like this cake comes out, and there I'm like, whose fucking birthday is it? And I'm all excited for somebody and shit. And they stop and everybody's singing happy birthday at me and shit. And I was like, y'all motherfuckers ain't shit.
Hey, and it really wasn't your birthday?
Not even close, man.
Oh,
not even close. Not even. It wasn't even the same time of year. It wasn't even the same season. But it makes for a funny video, and like they did that to like everybody that was kind of new to that like crew. It's like an initiation deal, so it was kind of cool. It was real fun. It's a really funny video because you can see me like clapping. I'm like real happy for somebody, and then I realize it's me, and my whole attitude changed. I'm like, nah, y'all.
Yeah, I think Word said she still got video footage of it, so that's crazy.
And like she said, somebody was yeah, I was real excited. And then yeah, I mean, there's so many people in here. Like there's Babs right there. Babs used to bring me, or she brought me cupcakes at SneakerCon, and those are some bomb ass cupcakes. I'm just pointing that out.
Hey Babs, did you make them? Let me know if you made them too. That's crazy.
Am I the only one going?
Sanford and Son theme song. Song to themselves. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Yo, Word. What's that video? It was dope. It's a traditional. Someone gets it every time. So they do this to everybody. Like, okay, that's crazy.
No one's safe. No one's safe. But I mean, like again, there's a different vibe. You know, it was still real cool, and like you know, it still felt like for me, it was still like a family kind of situation. You know. Yeah. Where a lot of those people were like, if they were able to cop, they would cop and like sell you for retail rather than it being a resale situation where they got to make that money too. So they all looked after each other like that. And so to kind of like, she did bring in
100 cupcakes.
Damn. I want you to think about the smuggling skills involved into sneaking 100 cupcakes into any motherfucking thing. Like straight up, it takes some skill. And see, they still do it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. 100 cupcakes, yo. I think Danny said she made them too. Like she made 100 cupcakes and snuck them joints in the SneakerCon.
Yeah, she made
duffel bag.
Yeah, she made them hoes. Like that's. I mean, like those kind of cupcakes you can't mistake the motherfucker made these.
Yeah,
but like it ain't a Publix brand or like Kroger brand.
Yeah.
What she did? Hide them in some sneaker boxes or something?
Man, that's what I'm saying. They said it was I think Word said it was a duffel bag, huh?
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's crazy. I know she wouldn't be able to get them 100 cupcakes in the AT&T Center. I know that. Yo,
ain't nothing
going on. I'm gonna check that bag.
Twist Souls, yo, they came to dang, it was the San Antonio Spurs sneaker event. And I was like, yo, you got some water for me? They was like, wig.
Hey, it'd be crazy. You'd be surprised at nearly every event we go to. Somebody always asks, hey, man, I got Gatorade or water?
Yeah.
It's only a SneakerCon thing. It only happened at SneakerCon.
What's crazy is that's what y'all known for too. Besides having all the kicks, y'all known for having water, Gatorade, just.
Hey, it's been like that since high school. Like, they be doing those things on Facebook. It's like, what you remember me for? And they were like twins. Everybody always say the same thing. I got red, I got blue, I got purple. Man, we had it on deck in high school. We had Gatorades, honey buns, brownies, sour punch straws, hot Funyuns, all of that.
Dang, man, y'all wasn't playing around.
Yeah, this ain't new to us.
So y'all been hustling way before even doing sneakers. Like y'all been on
prepared us for right now.
Y'all been on entrepreneurship and doing your own thing for way before y'all got into doing sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's really dope, and I most definitely want to get into how y'all got started. And man, where are my manners? Because I most definitely since we started late. I most definitely didn't even get into the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's in here so far. Coffee with the Foe was in here first. J Jeff, Brooklyn Basquiat. Shout out to Hop. Obviously Danny's in the building. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Word. Babs in the building. And it's a few other people in here. Rice Goat. And I'm gonna skim through 10.5. And let me get one more. This dude and his wife. So if y'all got any questions, most definitely hit them in the comment section, and we most definitely will read them off. Man, so twins, when y'all how did y'all get into sneakers? Like, how did y'all get into like reselling, selling sneakers?
Reselling, selling sneakers.
Yeah.
So reselling and selling sneakers. So we had started collecting sneakers really hard when we first started in college. So once we start picking up kick after kick after kick, you know, people just start catching on. Like, you know, y'all starting to pick up everything. Like, you think you can pick me up one. So
what year is this though? What year is this?
This is what, 2012?
2012, yeah.
2012. Okay.
So we go pick up ours, and now we picking up one extra here, two extra here for this person, that person. Really not, you know, trying to make too much. Just like, you know, give me something for my time since I'm going out here, you know, getting it.
Yeah.
That. And so, 2014, we transferred to our university, and we had a balance due at the end of the semester.
Because it was a private school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taxes. So, we looked at it. We got our balance or whatever. It was like, you know, you got to pay this before next semester, or you can't come back. So we looked at each other like, man, what we gonna do? So we was like, we could ask our parents for it. We was like, nah, we don't want to do that. So, you know, we had that Holiday 11 coming out, and you know, we had already been with dealing with the Holiday 11s for like the past 2-3 years, like getting out. We had been camping for personal. So then this year we was like, but I gotta throw this in. I gotta throw this in there. So when the brands dropped, we had, went and camped, and we was like 15th and 14th in line. We camped for like 10 hours. We got 2 people away from the door, and they sold out of everything close to our size. Like 10 and a half, 11, 11 and a half, 12, 13, everything was gone. And at the time, we not thinking, oh, let me just grab the 8 or whatever, try to sell it. You know, we just looking for personal. So we end up buying one off a guy. He hit us for like $480 or whatever. And that's really what opened our eyes up to the resale game. It's like, dang, like I was gonna pay $215 or something like that out the store. He want like $480. Anyway, we end up paying it. So fast forward, now the Legend Blue, Legend Blue 11 was coming out. And so we was like, you know, we about to just hit it hard. So we got
look at Dan. You looking for him, Dan? Dan, you looking for him?
We got some Christmas money early. Then we just start hitting different markets and was like, look, we got guaranteed pairs. You know, place an order with us, whatever. So we get out, we start camping. We camped for like 3 days at the mall. We end up not having nobody order with us till like the night before they release, and we tried to get all these pairs to clear this balance. But we had a good friend of ours now. He came through, and then people just start ordering with us that night. As like we got closer to release time, people just start ordering. We end up getting like 35, 40 pairs of Legend Blues ordered with us, and it covered the balance. And after that, we was like, hey, we might be on to something. So that's what got us started.
Damn.
Where are you from?
We out of Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay, because like in Atlanta, you can't. I mean, like it was after the breads dropped, because they dropped in was it 2012, I think.
12.
Right, and people got stuck up. Like, as soon as they leave in the mall, like every mall, like not just some malls, like all malls, everybody's getting got.
Yeah.
Like, so after those dropped, you had to do a raffle. There was no camping. So I was like, where are they camping at? Like,
man, they was still letting us camp for
stuff
for a while. Pretty much, you know, that was doing raffles, ticket raffles, and in some places was doing first come first serve still up until everybody started doing the electronic app raffles and stuff.
Good God.
I know Marcus always talks about polos and J's. He always talks about like the culture in Dallas like jumped on kind of late.
As far as what? As far as
do y'all feel the same way? Like he always says like people just really started like, well, I guess not, you know, because y'all say like y'all could still like camp out and stuff like that or whatever. So like even for myself, like Dan saying people was getting stuck up, like people started getting stuck up and they stopped doing like camp outs after, for me up north, Concord 11s. After Concord 11s, it was a wrap because it was
crazy for everybody.
Yeah, people was getting shot, everything. I think that's what really like hit Jordan Brand hard because they was getting a lot of backlash off of it. And that's when it got really real. Like well before then, camping out and stuff like that, like up north, like I mean, I'll be honest with you, like I go to the mall, I'd be camping out outside or whatever, you know, we would do, and I would always have my pistol on me, but showing it like don't play.
Yeah.
I'm here with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like walking out with my bag and specifically having my shirt up like don't play, you know, whatever. Yeah. So
when I picked up the breads, it was a 4 or 5 situation.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna blow your lungs out the back of your chest kind of situation. Like it's real hard to breathe when your lungs on the ground. But I know that sounds real crazy. It's not crazy. I mean, like I don't know. I guess it is crazy. I don't know. It doesn't seem crazy to me. But
no,
like,
that's real.
I think these is when New York kind of got on that like raffle thing. I think it was when, because I remember this being like the cool gray when they dropped is when shit just went bananas for the cats up north.
Yeah,
if I can remember correctly, I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
these are 2010, but it may be the ones that came out before these, the ones that turned like a chocolate color now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The what year was that?
I think it was right there in that range of like 09 to 12, because that was when they were dropping. They dropped
Space Jams, Cool Grades,
Concord Bread.
Yep.
That's really when shit started to get wild.
Yeah, it most definitely was like every time each one of those 11s came out, it was, I got to take my pistol with me, you know, and I got to, you know, and you got to, you know, let it show because they will try you.
They will.
But I feel like that's always going to be like from then on and now, whatever 11 release, that holiday release, it's always going to be like that because that's when everybody come out for sneakers, you know, sneakerhead or not, you know, single mother trying to get it for their teenager or whatever. That's when everybody going for that release. So.
And everybody know, like, if you go in the mall, you either coming out with a shoe or you coming out with money for the shoe. So either way, it's a win-win for the people that's sticking people up.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually everybody save up for that holiday release. Even though you're not a sneakerhead, they're like, oh, I want those red and black patent leather shoes. They don't know the name of them, but
right about Concords. That's
I got the red and black Concord. They save up for that holiday release. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, you most definitely not just buying for yourself. It's like you doing the whole family. Like, I gotta get mine. I gotta get my wife a pair. I gotta get the kids a pair. So it's just like, like the stick up kids was real, man. Like in that era, the stick up kids was real.
Oh yeah, real roguish. They knew.
That's a fact.
I had like 2 or 3 people in the mall walking. Like, okay, look, I see he got a couple kids. Like, watch see if he going to Foot Locker real quick. All right, cool. What door he coming out? He coming out this door. I bet.
People on the inside, people on the outside.
Yeah, they most definitely watching that parking lot for sure.
For sure. And don't have a bunch of, and that's when Christmas time is too. So they know people Christmas shopping.
Yeah. Everybody got money.
Back. Oh, you know what time it is.
Exactly. Skip, you there?
Yeah. What's up, man?
What up? Your internet good?
Yeah, hey, we'll see. Hey, if it is, Right. If it starts messing up, I'm just gonna cut this shit off. And I'm just gonna watch. I'm not gonna keep trying this shit.
Look at this who ass dude.
Great.
Lister, what's up, bro?
Oh, who we're looking at?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up, y'all?
What's going on, Skip?
It's good.
Hey, man, shit, another day.
Hey, we doing the unusual. We normally do intros and all that good stuff, man. But I wanted to go ahead and just jump right on into it because you know, we started off late, and everybody know who everybody is. If you don't know who Dan is, man, kill yourself. You don't know who Twin Souls is, man. Like, come on, man. You ain't been to SNEAKERCon. You ain't been to no events. Kill yourself.
Look,
Like,
don't kill you.
Man.
Don't kill yourself if you don't know who I am. Like, don't that's fucked up.
Nah, they ran across an Instagram post or something.
They didn't see something there, man. You can't. You come on, man. I know you love to be humble. Like
That leg famous.
yeah, leg.
The leg famous. I ain't a goddamn thing. I ain't a goddamn thing, but that leg gets love.
That leg famous though.
Yeah, that leg is love.
Yeah, I saw him on the Monday midsole a couple months ago. On a Monday midsole.
Yeah.
Like that was a love child back then. I loved the midsole was a labor of love, like between me and Maul, and then like it was me and Kev, and then we brought Maul in, or I can't remember the order of which we brought it in, but that started in like us talking about it in 2016, and then like it took us a hot minute to get it rolling, and it was a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever told the story. I never heard it, but how did you meet Kevin and all those guys?
All right, so so Marcus I met like almost immediately after starting to post on Instagram. Like he reached out to me back when the Soul Firm is still a thing, but it used to be like this whole other like deal. And he reached out to me and was like, yo, I like your pictures, blah, blah, blah. And it was like I immediately into a community.
Yeah.
And then with Kev, there was this dude that was like, he would take our pictures and like crop them and make it look like his pictures. Like, these are my pictures. He was stealing content or whatever. And so me and Kev got to talking about that. Like, yo, I'd send it to him like, yo, I'm pretty sure this is your picture. And it turned out it was some like 10-year-old, maybe 11-year-old kid that just wanted, you know, they just want a little bit of like attention and a little bit of love. And, you know, kids do weird shit, man. And then with Molly, it was like you cannot deny the thoroughness of Molly's collection. And so I reached out to Maul because in my mind, he has the most like thorough collection, period. Like hands down. Like, yeah. I mean, I've been in his house and I only got to go to one wing of it. You know, he has like 3 other wings and shit because he rich. But you know, I just asked him to come on the show, and he's got, his mind is like real, like mathematical. That's, you know, like the motherfucker just starts, you know, like numbers and stats and how many pairs were produced and how many sold and what their, you know, average ask. Yeah, it's on some other shit. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna need you to just stop whatever it is you're doing and just be on this show, because ain't none of us. I mean, like, and once Maul came on the show, we had it like kind of figured out. We had like a numbers guy, you know, a Jordan guy, and then you had Marcus, who was an old head, and then you had my ratchet ass that kind of brought up the fucking end of it. You know, they're like, there's 90% chance we're gonna get demonetized because of that motherfucker right there. Like it's his fault, and so and they were accurate. So, I mean, I literally just met all these people because I live in Buford, Georgia, which is like 30 miles north of Atlanta, right? Like northeast. So the sneakerhead community here is like non-existent. You know, you only see them at the mall and shit like that. So I met all these people on Instagram, and it was one of the coolest things because I had just gotten sober, and like I didn't have any friends because I kind of had to stop hanging out with everybody I was doing a lot of coke with and shit, you know. So I had to do something different with my life, you know. Like And I had this family that kind of came up around me, and it was a really cool experience. And I highly recommend, if you haven't already, which I imagine everybody in here has, like definitely jumping in with like just jump in and go to shows and do things and be a part of the community. It's good shit. That was a really long-winded fucking answer.
No, it was dope. I don't even think I knew some of it, but not all of it. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me get Q in here. What up, Q?
Hey, how's it going?
I haven't seen Q in a hot minute.
I know, man. Damn, you've been out off these streets, man.
You gotta stay off these streets, man. It's dangerous. It's dangerous out here.
It's very dangerous out here. I've been staying out the way.
So how me and Dan actually met is Dan. I don't even remember the year because well before SNEAKERCON we was already in communication. So Dan was actually the one that put me on to going to SNEAKERCON though. To be honest with y'all, because I wasn't with doing SNEAKERCON or going to SNEAKERCON or anything like that. I very much was a behind the scenes type person. I've always been that way. And actually Dan, I always give him credit. He knows this because I never was doing YouTube. I wasn't trying to do no SNEAKERCON. I wasn't trying to do any of that. I was cool being behind the scenes, and Dan pushed me for YouTube. Dan pushed me for a whole year, and he was like, "Bro, you just need to do it." I was like, "Man, I'm too late in the game. I don't want to do that shit. Everybody else been doing it for at least 2 years. You know, all that subscription bullshit. Everybody that's just too much goddamn work. I got a lot going on." He was like, "Nah, you just need to just jump in and just do it. Just do it. You know, and you'll get the brand out there more." And he was just pushing me. First of all, not too many people would do that. So that's how real like our relationship as being brothers was, first of all. And then I jumped into it. But even before then, just doing SNEAKERCON, I was like, man, I don't know about. He was like, bro, just come to this SNEAKERCon, come to this one. And after this one, you know, if you're not fucking with it, then hey, cool, whatever. I can't tell you shit.
That was Chicago, right?
That was Chicago. That was 2017 Chicago. That's when me and Q met but didn't meet.
Yeah, we all three of us actually met but didn't meet during that SNEAKERCon.
Yeah.
that was a fucking movie. That one was
it
fucking
was weird.
amazing.
Yeah, we were all kind of getting our SNEAKERCon wings, so to speak. Because I mean, I had been going just casually in years past. Again, when SNEAKERCon was smaller. But that was my first time going as a content creator. So you know what I'm saying? So that was a first in ways for all of us. So
yeah. Chicago was dope. I think Miami was the first one that I went to as like meeting people. But like, I mean, realistically, I have never bought a shoe at a SNEAKERCon. Not one.
We were talking about that. Yeah. Wait. Didn't you buy that Gatorade? You bought a Gatorade from was it Atlanta in what was that, 2018?
I didn't buy either one of them hoes.
The white and orange one? You bought that one during you didn't buy it during? You just brought it with you.
He gave it to me.
He gave it to you. Okay.
Like, here you go.
All right.
Take pictures, tag us in it. I said, okay.
Okay.
One shoe. I
wasn't sure what the story was behind it. I just know that you had walked out with it when we were ready to go. Yeah.
One shoe. Technically, Dan did buy a sneaker at SNEAKERCon. Technically, and technically.
But I bought it for my daughter.
No. But remember, it was a group effort. It just wasn't you by yourself. The Yeezys
for that kid.
Yeah, the Yeezys for Cerebral.
Yeah. These are the ones he was talking about.
Yeah.
These are the guilt trip 6s, man. Them motherfuckers on the midsole gave me such a hard goddamn time. We all wanted those shoes. Why can't we get those shoes?
Yeah, I remember those. That was 17. Atlanta 2017. Okay.
Yeah, matter of fact, Kev brought it up last week when we was all talking about SNEAKERCon. Matter of fact, when because I had the only shoe I ever bought at SNEAKERCon, I technically didn't buy from like a vendor. I bought it from I forget his name. Goddamn again. I had bought his Black Cat 3s because he had them Black Cat 3s, and he was like, bro, I just want to get rid of them. I brought them or whatever. I was like, fuck it, I'll buy them. And then he was like telling the story about what he said when we was all at dinner, talking about what's his freaking name, Dan? He said something about what he would do for $10,000 or whatever like that.
Crocodile Hunter.
Crocodile Hunter. That's what his name is.
That motherfucker. I don't want to say what that man said. Man.
Oh damn! Cam said it last week. But
I like that man, but like he I mean, like, basically what he said is 10,000. He's like, I ain't getting nothing, but $10,000 is $10,000. I'm like, I was just like, it's one of those situations where, because I was like, yo, you need to come on, man. But this motherfucker had like a cheetah print silk shirt on and some purple shorts.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, so he was already out there, and I'm like, yo, can you just shut the fuck up for a minute? Just shut the fuck up. Like, you're saying some crazy stuff. You out of pocket, but
some Ace Ventura situations going on.
But it was fun.
I have a question for the twin.
Oh, go
twin
ahead.
Souls.
Go ahead.
I have a question. You guys said that you started out, and right before the night before the drop, that's when you started getting orders. I just want to know, like, anytime when you guys were beginning to enter the reselling game, did you get orders that you couldn't fulfill, and what would you do if like something like that happened?
We did have something like that. Perfect example was the shattered backboard ones, the very first one that dropped. I don't know why we just thought we was gonna be able to get pairs, but that's when we didn't know like different pairs were gonna be limited like that. So I mean, we had one order on a pair. We did for like $230 or something, but everybody knows shattered backboards went crazy. So we ended up not getting the pair. We just refunded dude and was like, sorry, we couldn't fulfill your order. And he was like, it's all good. Yeah. But other than that, we did pretty good with fulfilling all our orders because we made sure we had the size before we finalized everything with our customers. So like they would ask about a size and then we would check on the list of people we either had camping in line or people that put in raffle tickets that we had already got confirmed. And so that way we could make sure we had the pair for the customer. And if not, then we would just call around or look around on the market and see if we could find a pair for the customer before we had to refund.
Orders though, we had a couple of releases where we just went blind and just took orders, but every time it's normally worked out like that. Like you said, that shattered backboard 1.0, I think it's been like order that we had to refund on like a pre-order. Everything else normally always fall in line. If it wasn't the right size, it was a half size off or something like that. And we always check with the customer or whatever. But it always worked out for the most part. Other than that,
wasn't nobody ready for that shoe though.
All right.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that caught us off guard with the shattered backboard was I don't know. At first, it seemed like they were kind of slow to move at the mall, and so it was like we didn't know what it was going to do. It was like, do we want to mess with it? Do we not? And then it's like, boom, they popped and it was going.
I got a follow up to that. If say it did happen where you couldn't get a size and it was your size and you had your size, would you just give your size away to fulfill that order?
Oh, to this day, we'll have people ask for like 11.5 or 12, and it's like, man, we only got up to 11, or we got like 11 and 13. We don't have any 11s or 11.5 to 12 or something like that. And you go look right in that closet. You take that deep breath and you say, it's for the company, man. And then you just go ahead. Hey, I just had to sell a bread 4 last week. A bread 4. We had somebody order one on the website. And I don't know why it was in the inventory with the rest of the shoes, but the customer ordered it. So it was like, they ordered it. We tried to look around in Dallas for them, but bread 4s, I don't know if y'all been looking for them lately, but bread 4s are like non-existent right now. And if you do find them, they're going to be like $400. But
Last Dance, man.
Man, yeah, the Last Dance, man.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Sorry about that.
Has that helped you guys?
Oh,
Last Dance?
Oh, heck yeah. Whenever those Fire Red 5s went, like we had them on our website, and like it was kind of slow. And then Last Dance came on, and boom, we had orders coming like crazy for Fire Red 5s.
Wow. So that actually helped the Fire Red 5s because before
Oh yeah,
that,
for
it was
sure. And then they did that little secret drop, shock drop.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then people missed out. So whenever people missed out, they were like, I gotta get those. Yeah, they started going crazy.
I was a little naive though. I didn't really expect for all the Jordan sneakers, especially during that particular era, the eras they were showing in the docuseries or whatever. I didn't expect them to, increase in price so expeditiously. Like for instance, the Chicago ones, I want to say that was the most drastic one.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That shoe's been over 700 for a hot minute though.
Yeah.
My size before the docuseries, my size was 1,300. Now it's like 2,700.
Damn.
That's uncalled for. That's uncalled for.
I'm like, hell to the no.
like this shoe, right, which sat for days and days and days.
Mm-hmm.
Went on sale.
It was $500. The last shot was $500 in my size. And I was like, y'all crazy, man.
Yeah, not from the last shot. That's not even that kind of shoe to be out here going crazy for.
No, not at all. I mean, I love it because of the history behind it, and I got to think about history, but like the deal with this, like the production value, like the quality, the QC checks are just like there's glue all over this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, they did horrible on those.
Yeah. And it feels more like felt on here. This ain't no $500 shoe. So I'm happy for the resellers and their Jordans right now because they're like, fuck yeah.
That's all they needed. A little cameo time on the documentary.
They just printing money. That's what they're doing.
What about how do y'all feel about the Flint 13s though? Like, do y'all feel it's going to be another situation where the Flint 13s is going to be like uncivilized in price after they drop?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people ask about them. I think they're gonna go crazy too.
I don't know, because people, we in our social media era, everything is right here, right now.
Yeah.
So since that joint officially drops, May 30th, I guess. I think by then it won't change the fact that people want it, but I think by then the demand for it, price wise, I don't know if you can go crazy with the market value on that one.
I think it's going to shoot up though because a lot of people are waiting for them. People are going to get 2-3 pairs for themselves personally, and then once the market dries up, that resale is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the shot drops actually cripple it in my opinion, and this is without like the normal market when we don't have a docuseries behind it. The shot drops actually bring the value down because now you got people that have it before release day.
Yeah, and they get to kill the market.
Yeah.
Right. I think that the Flint 13 is always going to sell out. It's always going to sell out.
Oh yeah,
it's always going to do good.
Yeah,
especially in the Dallas area because that's a Dallas Cowboys shoe.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the season shoe right there.
Like straight up, like that's a summertime shoe. Motherfuckers are gonna look good in that shoe. Like they gonna feel good in that shoe. You got people like Maul who gonna get 8-9 pairs of that shoe. Like we're gonna get at least 3. Like because that's like her favorite.
Yeah.
Jordan. Yeah. Period.
Her with Flint 13s and what Cool Gray 11s.
Cool Gray 11.
Yeah.
I have a question for the whole panel. I forgot the damn question. Go ahead. I forgot the damn question.
While you think of your question, but yeah, I mean, it's Flint 13s is a lot of folks. It has high regard for a lot of folks. I'm not one of those folks, but it's clean. Don't get me wrong. I can picture multiple things I could wear with it, but I'm not crazy for it. I know. I'm just.
If it was a LeBron Flint 13,
I can't get.
Oh my god!
Okay,
I'm a '90s kid. So it's like it's not that I don't appreciate them. Like I'm a '90s kid, so come on now. I get it, but nah.
Dan, you still got the majority of your LeBron collection, or because I know you let go of a few things.
Bro, I had like 230 pair of LeBrons.
Yeah.
I had to cut some loose.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, talk a little bit about that.
I want to hear what I would love to talk. I'm going to talk like this because I feel like this is a better way to hold this shoe. I don't know why I pulled it out because we were talking about the shattered backboards, and I was like, oh yeah, I got. What were you gonna ask, BX?
I was going to say, is there any shoe that you think nowadays that is worth doubling up for? Any one of you guys feel as though a shoe is worth doubling up on?
Nowadays,
Yeah.
nah, that was my thing. I used to be big on double ups, but as of like last year, really to be honest with you, not even last year. Once I had my daughter in 2018, I was like, it's a wrap, bro. It's,
You
it's
like
a
to
wrap.
get one.
Yeah, I'm only getting one now. Before my daughter in 2018, my son is 17, and I was still like, man, I'm doubling up on this sneaker. I gotta have it, whatever. But then when I had her, I was like, man, why am I doing this?
For real. And then for me, it's like two reasons. First off, they re-retro a lot of this stuff so frequently. Why am I buying two?
At least every 4 years.
Right. And then the other reason is because I don't wear them enough to need a second pair. I have shoes I've had for over 10 years that look like I bought it yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like,
I feel like it depends on the connection with that shoe. I feel like that's the only thing now for like doubling up on something. Like for me, with the story with me missing those Bread 11s in 2012 was like, okay, well let me buy two pair because I can last year. But yeah, I really just feel like it's either connection or history or something like that would make you want to double up on something now.
for sure.
I never doubled up on anything. I've had this pair since 2007.
That's
It's 2007. Like
Mm-hmm.
like it shit's still white. It ain't even yellow on the bottom. Like you can see where some of the it's got some age on it, but I don't wear my shoes enough to facilitate having multiple pairs.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there looking at them, and they just taking up extra space in my house. Like at my top, I think I had over 500 pair of kicks, and I was like, "Yo, this is a hoarding issue." Like I look like those crazy ass white people on TV, man. That's just trippy, Like it's scary looking, And then like, what am I really doing? Like I got one pair of the OG colorways. The only one I'm missing is natural gray. Just a Jordan 1 that they've never re-released, and that's the only one that I want. And then there's like a couple of 14s. The Black Toe 14, I don't have it, and that drives me nuts. And I'm not going to pay the money they want for that shoe.
That's my
They can eat a dick. They can eat a dick.
I asked that question because I was having a conversation with one of my friends today. He's like, he's gonna triple up on the certain shoe. Like, I don't wear my sneakers that often to warrant me getting 2 or 3 pairs of them because everybody I'm active duty, so Monday through Friday, Saturday sometimes I'm in boots, so I don't really get to wear my sneakers that much. So it doesn't warrant me spending the extra money on another pair of shoes that I'm not going to wear that often. It's just going to sit there. And I have a ton of shoes that I'm not going to be wearing every single day to warrant me buying 2 or 3 pairs of that same shoe. So I don't think it's worth doubling up on right now.
Yeah.
I know I saw what did Kev say? Kev said ones are worth doubling up because the value goes nuts after a while. That's actually that now ones, because I'm a ones fanatic. That's what I used to do. I used to double up on ones for real, and then everything else, it just depends. But ones, I used to be like, yeah, I gotta have 2 pairs of those. But nowadays, it's like everybody's saying, it's kind of pointless to me. I got down to the end of 2018, and I had already stopped when my daughter was born. But at the end of 2019, I was sitting there looking at all my sneakers, and I was like, I got these double ups. What is the point? Like I'm not wearing, like, if it's something that I haven't worn in a whole year and I bought it and it's just been sitting there dead stock, and I'm looking at it like I'm probably never gonna wear that. I just started putting stuff on StockX when we got our house built and closing costs to it. All the doubles that I had to help out with the closing costs and not be out of my own pocket, I started selling all of my doubles. So that's when it really started. Like right when my daughter was born, and right when we closed on the house. And I was like, man, I'm good. After that, I was like, yo, what's the point?
Absolutely.
What's the point?
And I mean, and I'm considering in the next, probably within the next 3 years max, purchasing a condo or something of that sort.
Yeah.
So I mean, even more so reason why, you know, I've started to even slow down on pickups too. I'm like, do I absolutely need this one? You know, because the sneakers are always gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then getting two when I barely wear the one. I mean,
right. Yeah, sneakers gonna be there, but those media days got me hot last Saturday.
oh my God! Let's not talk about the media.
Yeah.
Days. Oh my
What's
goodness.
your you're talking about the LeBron 7s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. I know we're off topic. What's your MOS, man?
I'm 92 Yankee.
Oh, in the 92 house. All right, sorry. I just found out that you are, in fact, in the military. Because you said something about, like, I did not know this. And you were like, I mainly wear boots. And I was like, let me go back to his page for a hot second. Like, how far back do I have to find out or whether or not? And then there was, like, the Kevlar picture. I was a 12B for a real long time.
Okay.
That's off topic as fuck, and I apologize for.
No, that's good. No, that's cool. Y'all connect. That's like a fraternity of some sorts, right? Military brothers. Or whatever.
Yeah. I started talking that military term, and I was like, I don't know what they talking about right now, but I'm gonna let y'all go, y'all.
It just means he was real smart because he chose an MOS that has, you know, access on the outside world, like a job. He chose a job that you can apply outside of the military. And I was like, no, I just want to shoot at stuff. And so that's the kind of job I got. I got out of the Army. They're like, you can be a bus driver or work construction. I'm like, y'all can eat dicks. I'm retired. I won't buy any more LeBron 7s ever. And I probably won't.
You have a ton.
Right. I mean, the only ones that matter are like this one, like that one right there.
That one's that's classic right there. You can't
keep
that.
And I just realized outside of the red carpets, they're all samples. So it's like I don't want to get like some release stuff. But you were talking like the LeBrons. I had a lot of clutter pairs. Is what I call them.
Okay.
Like
the buffers.
Yeah, they're pairs that I don't wear, but they're in a box. Yeah, I can say I got 10 pair of LeBron 10s, but I don't wear them.
Yeah.
Right. And so I ended up selling them for like $50 here, $100 here. Not trying to make no money or anything. Just like, yo, there you go. Like I don't want to just give them away. But then I ended up, people would come to my house. Like my friends would come to the house and shit, and they got on like Sperry's. And I'm like, nah, man. You're not allowed in my house like this.
I see what you say. I did that to my best friend, man. He came. He was wearing some. I don't remember what he was wearing. It's like, bro, you can't do that. You can't be walking with me and wearing those. I gotta hook you up.
That's what I'm saying. Like when they wear like the flight Jordans, they look like 7s, but them hoes ain't 7s.
The true flights. The true flights.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like there's a time and a place when you 6 and 7 years old. So your parents can buy you a pair of J's, kind of, and you can just beat the dog piss out of them, and you can ride your bike and have a hole in them and stuff, and it can rip your shoelaces apart. You know, that's what those are for. If you're a grown man, and I feel like when you have those on, you should think about some things.
Right.
Just get your money right and buy a real pair. I'm real judgmental when it comes to sneakers. I probably shouldn't be. Because not everybody can afford it, you know.
Did you guys fulfill orders of the Media Day 7s?
I didn't even try it, but did y'all hit on them?
I actually tried, and I don't try to get nothing. I actually got
We had access to pairs.
Really? Got linked up on my laptop, on my phone.
Today.
It didn't work out.
Don't do that, man. Don't break my heart again. Come on.
Had a feeling.
So look though, BX. If you don't know, man, you need to get with Twin Souls, man. That's.
Hey, Rev, you know I'm up here soaking up knowledge. I'm just here. I'm blessed to be here, but I'm just finding out today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's that. I've never seen Twin Souls. If they are, I remember So even last year, I mean, it wasn't like they was crazy hype, but before they came out, it was like, yo, they got a little bit of buzz, and that was what 12s was those twins in DC y'all had the Royal joints? Yeah, them Game Real 12s.
Yeah.
Like it was a little bit of buzz on those before those came out, and they had them, and y'all was the only ones I had ever seen have them like in person.
Yeah, ZC, I think, had came and took a picture of them off our table or whatever.
I call them the blue games.
The blue games, yeah. Them boys up in price too.
That's a dang on shame.
So I've never seen Twin Souls like not have something like, first of all, not have something at all, period. Like the majority of the times they've always had something early, or they always have something that like sold out and they have it or whatever. So I mean, every SneakerCon I've seen them at, or just outside of SneakerCon, from the San Antonio, the Spurs event, or just different events, and they just don't do. That's a misconception too. They just don't do just SneakerCon. Like they do other event, like mid-level events, small events. Like I've seen them in hole in the walls.
Yeah.
Them little dirty sneaker shows.
Man, I've seen them in hole in the walls. I'd be like, "What are y'all doing here?" They be like, "What are you doing here?" I'd be like, "Hey, bro."
Man, we get invited all over. We probably do, on average, I know last year we did 35 shows last year. So we be on it, like little shows.
Y'all write up them travel expenses? Y'all doing them Schedule C's?
Man, you know it, writing all of that off.
All right.
All of that. We just got on to that this year, but yeah, our tax lady put us on.
Good.
Yeah. They got to. All that food, all of that.
Absolutely.
Y'all writing up them Gatorades?
Man, yeah, heck yeah. All of that Gatorades, chip, water.
Yes, yeah.
You know it, writing all of that off.
Man,
yeah, that's who y'all are. Y'all the ones be walking around with the Gatorades. Right. I'm like, I've seen them before.
Yeah, that's us with the Gatorade boys.
Yeah.
Hydration station.
They be on it. So Dan, you where are you at now with your LeBron collection? Because between you and Q, man, y'all boy.
Q got me beat, man.
I don't get Dan's pockets though, so.
I ain't got Dan's pockets. You got me fucked up. Shit real over here. Like it got real snug, man. Like I had to get a new vehicle. Like I spent like all of 2019, I spent in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And that'll change your fucking perspective on some shit.
Yeah.
So I went and got a minivan, and that'll change your fucking banknotes. Like straight up, like the bank ain't hitting like it used to.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't the same. So, I've had to make some changes in my life. Like I had to prioritize like what really matters to me. You know, like how many pairs have y'all grabbed where you were super excited you got them on day one, put them in a box, put them in your stacks, and then you just forget about them hoes. And you come back, you be like, "Oh, I did get them shits. All right, well, let's throw them on 6 months later." You know, like so now it's like I had to make a concerted like thought process, right?
Yeah.
Like the last pair I bought new, I think were the Easter SBs, right? Which I got for like $110.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about it. Like my daughter's got cheer season coming up again. My son goes to a private school. Like, it's a different game at 39 years old than what was going on when I was still active duty and Fort Bragg. Like it's not, like it's my kids want bigger shit for Christmas. I'm kind of like how much money I gotta put away thinking about their future. Like a Switch is fucking expensive. A fucking G.I. Joe and shit ain't expensive. My son's like, I want a gaming computer. I'm like, what's a gaming computer?
Oh snap!
That's money.
Run you some money. That's what it's gonna do.
It did. It run me $1,400 last Christmas. Like
sounds like.
And all I did was order parts and a soldering gun, and he put that shit together himself.
Oh snap! Okay.
Because he's a smart motherfucker. Like he ain't built like me. Like I'm built for running through doors. He's built for like not sweating. Which fired up, homie. I hope you never have to bleed for your job ever. Like that's what I want for my kids. I don't want them to struggle. And so
Facts.
You know, when it came down to like what's important to me now, you know, like as you grow older, or I mean, like not even as you grow older, sometimes shit just changes, priorities shift.
Yeah.
You know, and like what matters to me right now, is it getting every LeBron? No, it
Right.
used to. It used to
Right.
matter. It don't matter no more.
Mhm.
It ain't like that. But I think like I don't know, man. Like I could get rid of. Like I'd like to keep like 1 or 2 of each number,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and just I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because LeBron still, I'm like, even though it's hard to watch The Last Dance and not be like Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time.
That's a fact.
Like you can't.
You ain't gonna say that, but that's a fact.
I mean, I'll say it, man. I don't give a shit.
Well, he's definitely one of the greats.
Yeah, it's hard for like the reality of it is he is the greatest player. Like he changed the game. If you come onto a court and everything changes because of you, you're the greatest of all time. Like fired up. Congratulations.
We can say the same for Bill Russell. I mean,
But, right, and you know,
Magic Johnson. We could, you know,
Kareem,
all of them changed the game in their own way.
right? But who's the next Magic Johnson? Right?
Do I have to say it? Do I have to?
I mean, but like everybody wants to be.
Nobody
everybody
wants to hear me say LeBron tonight. Nobody wants
Right.
to hear me say LeBron tonight.
But everybody wants to be Jordan, right?
Mhm.
Everybody wants to play like Jordan. Jordan spawned Kobe,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
Like how many little kids did Kobe spawn?
mhm.
You know, like and so that's the reality when you're looking at that. But like, who's my favorite player?
Mhm.
And that's LeBron. That motherfucker he's played every single season.
Mhm.
I mean, like he don't play as many games, and it's not as rough. I mean, like, and I just attribute that to like they just foul harder now, or back then.
Well,
Back then,
Back then.
Yeah.
I feel like they weren't as disciplined. Like I feel like now it's more about like, I can't think of the right word. It's more slick on the court than it
the
used
rules
to be.
changed. When the rules
Right.
changed, we talked about this last week, me and Q.
Mhm.
You know, when I feel like when the rules change, you really can't judge errors. And I hate when they do the Jordan and LeBron, because LeBron did not grow up in the same era of Jordan. They changed the rules. When they changed the rules, that's when they was able to get rid of the big man, because it was more marketable for the guards to be scoring and doing everything, and the big men, because they were too slow, they were making more money off the guards. They changed the rules, and that's when points started going up. There was no defense because they changed to zone defense instead of man up defense,
Mhm.
and there's no hand checking. So when Jordan was coming up, he was getting his ass beat. So for you to go through all of that, for you to go through the Pistons, for you to go through through Boston, for you to go through the Knicks, you know, and the Pacers too. Like that's another thing too. Like the East used to be a dog. Like it used to be you seriously had to go through some ass whooping.
Yeah, blue collars in the East
To get to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is, if I had to pick a player, if my point of view mattered, it's LeBron all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's LeBron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on that. LeBron's my favorite player.
The rules change for a reason. I mean, if they change, to zone, you can't do hand check, because then nobody, like we talked about before, nobody will get anywhere on the floor if you playing zone and you hand checking. Like what?
You can't do both.
Nothing will ever happen. Nobody would even like to watch basketball anymore. Like, and then also it's too much money on the line now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your top players now are making $200 million.
But zone defense is also, I mean, they really can't. They really, because it's a younger man's game. It's always been a young man's game, but it's even a younger man's game. So they play zone in college. They play zone in high school. So it's like they implemented that into the NBA game, because it's like we're getting so many young people coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting in dangerous territory. I'm just saying. we're gonna. I don't know how many times we did this on the other show, on the midsole, but like, where it'd just be me and then it'd just be Maul talking about Kobe, and then everybody else talking about Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason why people are more so talking about Jordan and less of Kobe, right? Because Kobe was the carbon copy.
Oh,
despite what he's achieved, which we all know, he was a dog. He emulated that clutch, that killer mentality, but he didn't bring anything new to the game. So that's why we don't talk about Kobe the way that we talk about a Jordan and a LeBron, because we literally skip over Kobe.
Okay, so what?
No, I don't think so.
You never hear a conversation. You never hear a conversation about Kobe and LeBron.
I would say Kobe and LeBron. Kobe and Jordan.
Yeah, I would say that Kobe perfected what Jordan created. Kobe perfected what Jordan created.
Indeed.
Right.
Which is why we don't talk about him. Yeah.
You know, it's to say we don't talk about him, because we do, and he is like arguably one of the greatest of all time. Like he has to be in the top 3. Has to be.
Right. When I say we don't talk about him, I'm not saying he's irrelevant. I'm saying that conversation usually leads between Jordan and LeBron. Like you usually don't talk about the in-betweens.
But yeah,
probably wasn't. LeBron's playing now, so right now they want to compare LeBron and Jordan. It's always gonna go back to Jordan because he's the GOAT, but it's whoever's playing at that time. So it's like okay.
Jordan with Kobe right there.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's a carbon copy. That's my point. Look.
There is a video that shows it shows Jordan do a move, and then it shows Kobe do that.
I saw that video.
The hot dog just laid it flat out. He's like, the fact of the matter is that everyone is now chasing Jordan. He is a standard bearer of what everyone's compared to.
Absolutely.
You know, like before Jordan, there wasn't no like crazy shoe stuff like there is now. Before Jordan, there wasn't no like all-star player. Yes, there's Kareem, and yes, there's Magic, and yes, there's Larry Bird, and
usually Magic paved the way for a player like a Jordan, because when you think
Magic and Bird made the NBA, because
that's what I'm saying. Like when you think about it, nobody was thinking about professional basketball. People didn't watch professional basketball like that. It was Bird and Magic made the NBA. There wouldn't have been a platform for Michael Jordan without those guys.
Magic had that.
By the time MJ came, then there was a Nike contract and this big brand of marketability. But those are things that people paved the way for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He didn't build that on his own. That came before him.
Yeah, I like Magic because that motherfucker wore a fur coat. Like that's just one of the dopest things. I love that picture. He's like with Madonna and like 4 other motherfuckers. Like I don't know why Madonna just sticks in my head, but he just has this fur coat on, and it's just like the epitome of cool
with the smile.
I think he's actually he may not even be smiling in that picture. I think he's just on some like cool shit. Like he just had this fucking fur coat. I love that picture.
Yeah. When there's finally a docuseries about Magic that's like more grand than a 30 for 30, I think people are gonna really start to understand, just how much he changed the game from a large stage standpoint. People did not accept a black man on their TV screens the way that they did Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He literally, when I say paved the way for a person like MJ, we got to see something like that. We got to see something.
They gotta do Magic. They gotta do Magic and Bird like they just did this Last Dance though. Like I saw Jay Williams say like this was the best doc that he's ever seen when it comes to any sports. This is the best thing he ever saw, and I agree. Like I've never seen nothing like this ever before. Like they could have did the whole 10-part series and just did 1 hour each week and for 10 weeks, and I'd have been good.
Yeah.
Instead of doing 1 and 2, and then you go 3 and 4 and all that. They could have did 1 hour each week for 10 weeks, and I would have been good with that, man. This was the best thing I've ever seen before. I mean, I've seen from Come Fly With Me and, and all the other ones. We talking VHS tape days and watching it a million times. And I thought that was the best thing I ever seen in my life. And then now seeing this is just like, God, it don't get no better, man.
I mean, I think Nike had something to do with it. Like, as far as like sponsoring some of the money to create this document or this docu series. Besides
ESPN and Netflix and I can see that.
Yeah, I'm on because they had coordinated drops with the sneaker. Like Nike had something to do with it, and I think those coordinated drops made something like they made it like almost like you ever seen them shits on like the Bandersnatch on Netflix and shit. Where like you're a part of it, a part of the story.
Yeah.
So when they shock dropped those 5s and they were talking about it on the thing, and they shock dropped the 13s and they talking about it on the series, and they made it interactive, and I think that's really cool. And I don't know how else. I don't know what other player they'd be able to effectively do that with.
That 13 shock drop was bullshit.
My phone was glitching.
One thing, and I know I saw a question for the Twins on a side note real quick, but I know when Last Dance kicked off, because I do agree with you on that, Dan. When the Last Dance kicked off, Nike stock went up like some serious points ever since. Like every week, their stock, like the points have been going up. Like, and I mean, I'm into it. Like, I most definitely own some Nike stock. Like, if I'm buying their sneakers all these years, if I'm buying their sneakers all these years, we're gonna get money together.
Nike and Coca-Cola, because they're not gonna completely own me,
Right.
You see that sweater you got on right there?
Oh yeah, Core Power. Yeah, this is a Core Power is a protein brand Coca-Cola we distribute, but nonetheless.
So it was a question. Danny had a question. Sorry, Danny, my bad. We got up into other stuff. Danny asked, do the Twins wear the same size shoe?
What size shoe do y'all wear? Because y'all look real small on camera right now. Is it because of how y'all got your phones?
Probably, yeah.
You always does that. Say y'all look small. Y'all look little.
No, I mean like how
you can't say that to grown men.
No, wait. This is what I mean. Like y'all look small because of the way y'all got I think y'all got the camera sitting up to where it looks like it's just y'all head, so it don't make y'all big. It make y'all look like little.
Like a little kid.
Yeah, we wear 11.5, 12.
What? Okay. Well, I mean, grown man shoe size though.
Yeah.
Grown
men.
Right.
We gotta get you out the house. We gotta get you out the house.
What's wrong with y'all looking little on the camera? I'm saying
next she's gonna be like, how tall are y'all?
Y'all about 5'3", huh?
I didn't ask how tall they were. I said they look little in the camera.
Oh man,
that's all good.
It's just some male fragility. That's all that is. Like I don't ever want to hear some woman be like, "Y'all look little." I'd be
listen, but look, people think I'm little until they meet me.
Right? Yeah, you tall. No, you tall.
Right.
Like, I'm 6'2", 300 pounds. When somebody looks at me and they're like, "You look little," I'm be like, "Thank you." Thank you.
Compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. But most of the time, like, I ain't trying to hear, you look little. Like, nah, I don't. I look big, motherfucker. Get your hands over here.
Hey, and that really is a misconception because, like, when you see Dan on camera or whatever, social media, whatever like that, you can think he looks a certain type of way. And then when you meet him in person, well, first of all, when me and Dan first met in person, Dan he knew I was tall, but he didn't realize how big and tall I was. And he was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I was like, "Bro, we already talked about this. Like, what's?"
Nah, we didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about you being like 6'12". Like,
right.
This motherfucker tall, bro. I was like,
hey, somebody take Hop Dog's Rich, man.
He's typically the tallest person in the room, unless Michael Jenkins is there or
That's my dude, man. God, I love that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I want to talk about a humble ass, real dude, man.
Yeah.
Mike is the epitome of that kind of dude. Like, you would never like. He still work hard every day. Like, he owned a gym. Now we doing some other stuff. Like, you know, he reaches out to me like coming by my house. Like, hey, you okay? You got real dark. I ain't heard nothing from you. Like that's a real good dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only people like me and Jenkins is around the same. I know Rick is a little bit taller than me. I think Rick is the only person I ever met like in the sneaker community, whatever you want to say. That actually is taller than me. Barely.
Rick
But,
only been to Dallas though, I think. I don't think Rick has been to the other ones because I haven't met Rick yet.
no, yeah, Rick only been in Dallas.
Yeah.
But he actually is taller than me. Um, let's see, JB shorter than me. So yeah, I think barely, but yeah, JB shorter than me. Yeah, Jenkins, we about the same height, and then Rick is taller than me. That's it.
People going people.
Right.
You know, some of the meanest shoe game I've ever seen are some of the smallest motherfuckers, and they like if you on one side of the house, like if you wear a size like 13 and above,
Yeah,
or if you wear a size like 7.5 and below, like you're already trying to buy limited sneakers, and
that's a
now
fact.
they have, and it's limited on top of that limited.
Yep.
So God bless the little feet, and God bless them like Sasquatch motherfuckers. 'Cause
Yeah.
they got it the worst, man. Like,
Yeah.
Man, like
We're
this,
15, so
like this chunky donkey situation this weekend, like it's real. It's real for me because obviously I wear a size 13. It's man, I'm on pins and needles.
them hoes
Who's
gone,
those? I
bro.
got orders on those.
Well, no, like I had to put in some inside. I had to put in some inside, and I still ain't guaranteed on my inside. Like it's
Them
crazy,
hoes, size 13 go to the pros, man.
man.
I'm being real honest with you. Like, you got to think about who's skating, right? They're gonna get them out to the skaters first, right? Like, especially like because these local shops got to keep their skaters
yeah.
like looking clean, right? Because I mean, and then so they're gonna get theirs first, and then athletes that are Nike athletes are gonna get theirs, theirs, before then, and so those big sizes on them jokers is, I mean, like that's super rare. That's super rare on super rare. It's
I
hard
already
to
saw
find.
LeBron had his pair.
So yeah, right. Like I mean, he got his pair the minute they came off the shelf. Like the minute they came in from Vietnam, they're like, "Here you go, Ron." Like they signed him to a lifetime deal. He gets his shoes right off the boat.
Facts.
Does they have a building on the campus or something like that?
For SB,
I think so. I think he has a building on the campus.
LeBron himself.
Nike.
I would not.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, like he's made
What
them.
would they do? What would they be doing there?
I don't know. I guess I got
Whatever.
to do some more research.
Yeah.
But Twin
SBs
Soul,
are
did y'all
dope.
get any orders on those chunky dunks?
Man, no, nothing right now on the chunky dunkies. I'm trying to pull some strings now.
I know I did I did a drawing. There was one shop here in San Antonio that actually is getting them, and they're only getting 9 pairs. I did a vlog going there to go do the drawing for it, and yeah, they told me they was like, yeah, we getting them, but we only get 9 pairs. So basically, they getting 1 pair for each size, like 8 through 13, and it's crazy. They actually showed them to me too. I couldn't believe it.
Let me tell you a little secret about SBs. All right. Skateboard shops have to get every Nike SB, period. Right? All those Janowskis that don't sell,
Yeah.
they have to get them. And then they have to sell them back to Nike at a fraction of the cost. Like, they don't recoup a lot of their cost. Right? So when Nike sends them these like crazy ones like the Ray Guns or the fucking Strange Love or the Travis Scotts. I got the Travis Scotts. That was the last new pair I got. But like, it only makes sense for them to backdoor pairs.
Yeah.
just so they can recoup some of their money. Because you got to understand, like, skate shops aren't backed by big brand like Foot Locker, you know, Finish Line, Foot Action, Champs. Like, those motherfuckers, you know, they got money coming in, not as much, but in comparison, you know, it's not the same clientele.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense for skate shops to backdoor these hot pairs because they're never going to get they're never going to get the money right for them. You know, so they got 9 pairs. They got a full site, like they got a full run.
They got a full run. I heard the girl talking to the other coworker in there, and she was talking. They was already contemplating like how they was, you know, like how, you know, like which ones they was keeping and which ones they wasn't. So it's been like that. I already know that you know, when it comes to that shop, they already on some, you know, what
they have to.
Yeah.
They got rent to pay. They got Polo been in here. I've been like they got rent to pay. They got to pay their skaters. They gotta, you know, they gotta pay for all these other brands that they're trying to rep, and you know they're trying really hard to stay within the sneaker community. ES, DC, like all these old skate shop brands that don't exist anymore. You know, but like you got to think about what they're really making.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Nike,
yeah,
and Nike's got everybody by the throat. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Period. So I don't
A
blame.
lot of folks get pissed because, you know, you'll find when you're trying to get a pair from, like, let's say a skate shop or a sneaker boutique, and, you know, they want to attach, like, buy a hoodie and you can get a chance to purchase this release, but it's like they got to find a way to get to the bottom line some way.
I mean, do you want that shoe or not? I'll buy the fuck out of a hoodie right now for that shoe. I'll buy $100 hoodie right now.
Right. Those stipulations is what keeps those shops open and what keep their accounts.
No, that's a fact. When we was in there, they were still trying to figure out what they was gonna do or whatever. So I mean, they was giving away like you know, the first ticket for free, but it was like, if you buy something over $20, you know, like you can get another ticket and stuff like that. I was like, hey, let me get a shirt, bro. Let me get ring it up. Ring it up. Yeah, exactly. Ring it up. And I was like, yo, for every $20 I spend, you gonna give me another ticket? Yeah.
Right.
Credit card.
And it's not like they're not trying to be greedy. They're trying to keep the door open.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And they're trying not to have to rely so much on backdoor, and they actually want to be fair.
Yeah.
But if people are going to complain about the attachments that you have to purchase in order to get something for retail, might as well and eliminate the middleman.
And let's not get it twisted. The location where this shop is at is called Fast Forward. Like, it's not like in like some rinky-dink area of town. Like, it's very bougie over there. Like, for real. Like, they spending some serious money for that rent.
What part of town is that on?
It's over there in the quarry.
Oh,
so yeah, so it's yeah.
I love SBs, y'all. I really do.
Tony Parker neighborhood, like yeah, you know, it's
oh wow.
Yeah, it's real over there.
I love SBs.
Yeah, Dan and Rep, I know both of y'all some real SB fans. So
like, I've been doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna get in that too as a story. Yeah, I was gonna get into that as a story too, right before we started talking. Like Dan and Jody Rockstar, like before doing YouTube or whatever like that, in early days of Instagram, I've always been into SBs before social media, but I had stopped copping for a minute. I was big in the 90s with it or whatever. Besides, Air Force Ones, it was SBs, and Jordans or whatever. But then I stopped copping, and then social media came around, and then Instagram hit. And then when Instagram hit, seeing Dan and seeing Jody Rockstar, I was like, man, I'm bugging. Like, they really put me back on to buying SBs again. Like, we talking
Jody a god though. Let's be realistic.
Right.
Seriously.
Like, I ain't got nothing on Jody, and the fact that like you kind of share, like I'm in the same sentence as her, makes me feel like that's some I ain't on that level. Like, Jody a god. Like, and she's one of the dopest people in the game.
Right.
Period. you know. So like, but she's like, as far as SB goes, she's got that game on lock. Like, ain't nobody really fucking with her. There are people that come after Jody, that got deep pockets, you know, and I kind of get assy about it. Like, there's certain areas where I gotta get weird about it, you know.
But you can tell who are like for real SB heads though. It's not hard to tell because you'll see some colorways like, what is that? If you don't know what that is, you know the SB head.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like what's funny is that damn, you gonna make me start pulling shit. You bullshit.
Appetite for Destruction is based off of a Guns N' Roses fucking record.
That was dope.
Yeah.
And Dan, every time Dan actually not this one, this ain't it, but every time Dan wears this one right here, I damn near shit my pants every time. Every time he does a sneaker pick, he's right here, like, cause he had you had the lows, and I was like, God damn. So when they came out with the highs, I had to have these, and Dan was actually one of the first people I saw like doing like glow shots too, like on Instagram. No, you were for me personally.
Maybe that you saw because like Molly Maul taught me how to shoot glow shots.
But see, I learned about Maul through you though. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
So it was, you know, it was you that I saw actually doing a glow shot, and that blew my mind. You know, because I always had like glow in the dark soul is like, if I see anything with a glow in the dark soul, it's like, yo, I gotta have that. I'm sitting there like, You know what I'm saying? You see a glow in the dark soul, a gum bottom or a glow in the dark soul. I'm sitting there like, yo. So when those gonna come out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tyrone Biggums over there.
Yeah, exactly. Like I be needing it, man. But it was yeah. Going back to SBs though, man. Jody and Dan really put me back on buying SBs. Maybe like about 8 years ago. I think it's been about 8 years now, about 2012. Might have been like 2011, 2012. And I just like this year right here is like, I'm like, man, SBs come before Jordans for me this year. That's a fact. And that's a fact.
I mean, that's everybody's story right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say everybody. I'm just saying like,
if you're in the
whole,
they're on the way. They're coming back. Yeah.
SBs are a wave right now.
Yeah.
Like and people really want them.
Yeah.
Because they're different. Like, and that's something that I've always said. I've always maintained it. Like even when I did the midsole, like Kev was talking about buying them, and those are just regular dunks. He's talking about the Brazils, and those are just regular dunks. They don't have that fat tongue.
Right.
But like.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Those are regular dunks. That whole series with the Brazil and the what's the white and black or the white and red and
it's
Brazil and the white and red is
Tokyo.
And then there's another pair, but it's like 3 of them. There's like a blue and orange.
Yeah.
All of those are dunks, Kev. Those aren't SPs.
But they still have that same like vibe.
Yeah.
You know. So like. The thing that's like these kids, right? So like my kids, right? Like the way they dress, the way they like their music, it's all wild. Like ain't nothing muted, you know. Like when most of us are coming up, at least. All right, so I graduated. I would have graduated, but I got expelled in '99. Right, so I'm old as fuck. So when I'm saying like. For us, it was like a different vibe, like bigger jeans, like, you know, muted shoes. They weren't quite as wild, you know, where like now, like these kids are wearing crazy ass colors, like not like cross colors. My daughter be wearing some crazy shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's feeling herself and she walking out the house. And I'm like, all right, man, handle your biz, you know, go do you.
Matching is not a thing anymore. It's
out
of style. If you matchy, you out of sync.
No,
right. Like so, I'm not like
coordinate.
Yeah.
Right. Like for me, it was like, all right, I got fire reds on. I got a white hoodie with white writing and a black and red Atlanta hat. Like that was me coming up. So like
Mm-hmm.
my kids don't do that. It's not a whole fit per
Yeah.
shoe.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's natural to lean toward SBs where they have a more creative shoe. Like what's the wildest Jordan that you can think of in recent memory?
The wildest.
Right, like just crazy amount of colors, crazy amount of everything. Like
Chinese New Year 12s.
Chinese New Year 12 after the panel off with triangles.
Yeah.
But I mean, even then, that wasn't like.
And that's on the inside, you know.
Right.
Animal Instinct probably without them.
Yeah, Animal Instinct 3s.
Yeah.
Those.
Oh yeah.
But those, I mean, like that's not like. I don't have a good representative of what I'm trying to talk about. I'm
talking about one with like a lime green, pink.
You might want to try a Kyrie, Dan. Try a Kyrie.
Right.
Yeah, we got to go all the way back to like
this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Thrasher SB, yellow sole, got pink and blue swoosh, black and like, and nothing makes sense about this shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. There's pink and blue and black and yellow and red.
It's enough
Hey,
black.
you gonna get.
Yeah, that's the closest you're gonna get. That
Yeah, them poisons.
Yeah.
Right. So Jordan doesn't get real
crazy
with their silhouettes. You
Yeah.
know, LeBron does.
Yeah.
But LeBron
Kyrie,
sneakers,
that's why I was saying Kyrie. Kyrie does now too.
but their sneakers are a lot more on the court. They're more it's technology. It's not really for like lifestyle stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, so it's a natural gravitation toward SB.
Mm-hmm.
They're thick, they're fat, they're chunky, like that dad shoe thing, that big thick tongue. You know, like it's a different vibe, and I think it's really cool to see it come back around. And there was a part of me that got a little assy about it originally.
Assy.
I was like, how dare they take what's mine? And you know, like Word and people that I know, like Babs, Kixie.
You know what?
Like,
I think the popularity of ones kind of paved the way for a comeback for SBs.
right.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
You know, when you really think about it, that style of shoe. Because I mean, think about a one and a dunk, very similar, but then obviously the SB, that extra padding, but it's still essentially that same sort of vein of design, so to speak.
Right. It's almost identical.
Yeah.
You know, like the midsole is the big like.
Well, the dunk and what is it? The airship or whatever is the same.
The same outsole.
Yeah, same platform. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Jordan wanted to feel a little more because they gave him the airship, and he's like, "No, this ain't gonna work. I want to," because he was used to playing in Converse, so he wanted a little more connection with the ground.
Yeah.
So they got rid of the thicker midsole like they have here with the airship and with the SBs with the dunks, and they gave him these thin jobs.
Yeah.
Yep, you remember the
Honestly,
Heineken
I think
right?
the Adidas top 10 or decade was before that one. That Jordan 1 and the airship.
Yeah.
We were all inspired by.
That's what Jordan. You know, that's why Jordan. He loved Adidas though, because that's
BX, you said what now?
Remember those Heineken dunks that came out? Like
I saw your is that a
this
custom?
is what Word Customs did for me.
Yo, Word is bananas with the paint, bro.
Those Heineken dunks are too expensive, and this is the closest I was getting to the thing for them shit. So,
but do you know why they're expensive?
Because when they released, they weren't backed by Heineken, so they had to pull them.
Yes, right, and that is what makes them so like, like there's a story behind it. They got a cease and desist letter, and they pulled all those pairs. Same thing with the Freddy Cougars. Why Freddy Cougars are $35,000 fucking dollars for a sneaker? You know, like you can die, kill yourself. Like I'm not paying $35,000 for a sneaker. So, I feel like I've talked way the fuck too much. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good, Dan.
Like
You just got a lot of good stories.
You good? You like this stuff.
Dan, we haven't seen you in like 2 years, man.
Right.
Like, get it out. Get it out.
I would sit here and just watch you talk, just because we haven't seen you. So what we doing?
But there's these young cats on here. Like I don't know how old the Twin Souls are. I mean, how old are y'all?
27.
27. Ugh, God, I'm fucking old, bro. 27.
Dang, I remember when I was 27.
I'm trying to think about Like when y'all were graduating school, I was on my 4th trip to the dirt. You know, like I was in Afghanistan for the 4th time, and that was like that was 10 years ago. You know, so like June 2nd will be 10 years from the day I got blown up, which is a cool fucking little tidbit. But you know, like again, and I agree with Kev, the airships are ugly, but they have a dope story.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
They are ugly.
That's true.
So if they pull a shoe that has branding on it that they didn't get clearance for, the shoe's still made. You remember those that what was it? The Kyrie when he didn't make it to the All-Star game, and he had those. It was a Kyrie 2s. They were yellow, and they had the patches. And y'all don't remember this? Like he didn't make it to the All-Star game. His second.
I don't remember those.
So they were yellow, and they had all the patches. It's that year that LeBron had. It was the LeBron 12s, and they were green. So anytime they get canceled, right, they make their way to the outlets. And these big resellers, they got their plugs in the outlets for shoes like this.
Yeah.
And they make their, you know, because Nike's going to get their money back, you know. They're just going to sell it in an orange box. So it's not like.
You said that about the shoes already been made. Remember last summer when those Air Max 1s came out with that Betsy Ross thing on the back? They never made it to the outlet, and those shit shot up a lot.
Right, but I've seen people rocking them.
I haven't seen them.
They had them in the Foot Locker up here. Like they had them at the Foot Locker up here, and then they just vanished. So I don't know. Like, so I talked to the guy that designed the Freddy Cougars, and those got burned, actually.
Wow.
But the Heinekens made it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the deal. I don't know what the difference is. I just know that a lot of the Freddy Cougars got burned, and now there's like the $35,000 in a ridiculous amount. Like when the designer of the shoe, Todd Brotrud, has to buy a pair at resale, like it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's funny to say though. Like the Freddy Cougars got burned though. Like talking about Freddy Cougar.
Yeah, because that motherfucker got burned. He may have just been telling me some bullshit ass story. Like this motherfucker up here in my DM.
That's crazy.
Like I don't want to talk too much more. I mean, like
no, damn, you good.
But I did want to say something real quick because I'm from Georgia. And there's a lot of crazy shit happening if y'all watch the news, and I'm sure y'all are watching the news about this crazy shit happening down here in Georgia. Yeah. I hope people recognize that not all Georgia is like Brunswick, Georgia, and not all white people that are from Georgia are like those dumb. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that are, and it's a really shitty deal. I'm gonna shut up after this for a minute because I really do want to hear what these young cats have to offer, because like they're the fresh face in the game. They got the finger on the pulse. I'm in the fucking back burner. I don't even post like I used to, But I did like things have always mattered to me. Like when you see like they send soldiers to go do some stupid shit, or they. You see somebody killed in the streets, or you see somebody hunted down for the color of their skin. Like this shit needs to be everywhere, and everybody needs to be talking about it. And not just because we saw a fucking video, but because it's a fucking reality for Black people in America. Like I see these fucking white folk. They're like, we deserve haircuts. and young Black men are dying in the streets, and it's fucking insane. Yeah. It's insane. And I know this isn't necessarily the platform for it, but I think every platform is in fact the platform for it. I just wanted to be like, that shit sucks. I hate it's in my state. I hate it happens, period. But please come to Georgia. Come check it out. It ain't always like that around here.
Yeah. After the travel ban is lifted.
Yeah, for sure. We get into all subjects here, Dan. So it's not like you disturbing the vibe. You know what I'm saying? I do have a question, like a sneaker related question, Dan. What are you shooting with nowadays? When you are shooting, same
camera. I ain't spending no more money for pictures on Instagram.
Right.
No more money. I used to want like an 85 millimeter lens, because that shit is dope. Because them pictures look good. Like Big Deal Phil, his pictures are with an 85. Hurricane, he shoots with an 85, and those shots can't. Jody shoots with an 85, and those pictures look bananas, and you know that they're a step above.
I'm shooting. Matter of fact, I'm shooting with Andy again. We were supposed to shoot Sunday. We shooting again this weekend.
He a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah.
But the fact is like, I'm not spending no more money to post pictures on Instagram, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I want my kids to know that like, especially from my daughter, who like military age you like 10 years. It really do. But I want my daughter to know that social media is a construct. It doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
And if we put importance on social media and the way social media is about women, all of our women are going to be so fucked up in their head, especially for young girls, 16 years old. My daughter's like, I'm fat. I'm like, girl, you cheater. Year long, you do backflips and shit. Like I fought on the stairs and I'm fucking winded. You like run around and do shit, like you're athletic. So I'm not gonna spend any more money, or I'm not gonna take time from my family. I'm not gonna there are things that I'm not going to do to feed any kind of social media aspect. I'm just not gonna do it.
No, I most definitely agree with that, especially on social media. Like, even like me and Dan had personal conversations or whatever, throughout the year. And I know, like, I'm most definitely not gonna, get into all of that or whatever, but we had personal conversations. And even like, I know the things that, like we talked about that you've been going through or whatever. And even for like my son, like, like I even had to take his phone, like for the rest of the school year, whatever, and different things, because it's just like when it comes to social media, like is if you don't have a teenager as a child, like you really can't understand like what we are even talking about right now. But if you do have a teenager child, you most definitely, without fully getting into it, understand.
And you want to beat them.
Yeah.
I want to beat her all the goddamn time. Like if I didn't want her running around looking for a guy that's going to be violent with her, I would beat her all the time. But I have to show her what a man looks like.
That's a fact.
And what a relationship between a woman and a man looks like. And if I'm beating her, that's what she's going to look for.
That's a fact.
And I want to make sure that I kind of lay that groundwork for her in the future.
Yo, Rap, just about what you just said about your son taking your son's phone. It wasn't my son, but I have this soldier. I think he's 18 or 19, and I gave him a task to do today. And I came back, dude was on his phone. I just took that shit and chucked it across the field. I'm like, nah, man, I gave you a task to do. I come back, you on your phone. And every second, I just took that shit and threw it. You're not gonna go get it until you finish what I'm doing, man.
No, and that's real. That's real, because even like, like my son is, like, I mean, he's a great kid. Like I have no complaints at all whatsoever. I raised him that way, so I most definitely should have no complaints. But at the same time, I'm most definitely gonna keep the same energy with my child. And we getting down to T minus where he'll be out the door. So it's no games to be played. We in the last 2 minutes of the game here. You know what I'm saying? For you out on your own. And it's detrimental right now with him being a junior. And now we're doing this whole pandemic thing. But we had to take his phone, and I'm not gonna get into all the details. But we had to take his phone away from him. Like, he realized how serious it is, and the situation that he put himself into now. Like, he'll finish out the school year here in like the next 2 weeks, and obviously they're doing everything online. I mean, like, he's literally has all A's. Literally has all A's. You talk about like a total 180 transformation, like That's just for not for me personally. You know, maybe all y'all kids they do this all the time.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But for mine over here, like yo, like it was very detrimental that he do get all A's, so that you know he will be. It will give him a perfect resume for what we trying to do for the next level, and that's for him to go to college. So when they see, you know, they see his grades, they see, you know, they see his attendance, they see the programs and the different things that he's done throughout his whole high school career. They like, oh, okay, yeah, he's worthy, you know. So it's
it's a weird environment, and like I have no problems getting vulnerable as far as like my mental health shit, and as far as like social media goes, you know what I mean. And I really want to clear the way for these two young cats to get up here and like answer some questions and talk to these folks and get their shit out there, you know, because I keep coming back to it. But like, you know, while you're young and you're doing this, and it's, you know, do the shit and use social media for that, you know, for
Grow your business.
pushing your business, right? But like for me, and you can ask some of the people in here, I've started believing my own hype, right? Like you can't not believe your own personal shit, right? Like when everybody's hyping you up, and you're like, maybe I am the shit, you know? And then you start like treating people differently, you know? And I think like being self-centered is a human thing, but I think it's so much easier to be self-centered while being on social media. You know what I mean? Like when social media becomes more important than what you're doing in real life, or like how you treat people, you know, like that's when it's a problem. And so for me, I had to take a big step back. And that was the reason why I like walked away for 2 years, because one, to get my mental health right. And two, is this the man that I wanted to be? Like taking people for granted, talking to them whenever I felt like it was convenient, not, you know, a friendship is a reciprocation deal. Like we're a friend all the time, not just sometimes, right? Or we ain't cool at all, right? So, you know, if that's the one thing that I could, like this 2-year break that I took helped me get my shit in order, you know, like what really mattered, you know? And what mattered to me was I want to be the guy that treats people well. I want to be the guy that my daughter looks for. I want to be the man my son looks up to, and not any kind of other bullshit that I think I am. I'm, you know, at the time I was 37. I ain't getting no younger, right? Like I'm not going to get famous off of taking cool sneaker pictures. Like I'm just not going to, it's just not going to do it. And even if I did, what good is that fame?
right.
Fame is limited, but like who you are as a man, that's forever. That's forever and ever. So get out there, make your money, do the shit, make it count. But don't forget, right. Treat people right, and don't forget where you're from.
Quick question, Twin Souls. Do y'all have a shoe right now that is very coveted and everybody's hitting y'all up for? Except the Flint 13s, other than those?
I think our most coveted. I don't know. It changes every week. We get people hitting us up for all types of stuff. Really, we'll get people. Hey, y'all got this or that? Like, nah, man, we don't got that right now.
What do you think about those metallic pack 4s?
Oh, we actually have some of those. Right here. They all right. I mean, it's basically like a pure money 4 with some different colors on it. I haven't seen any other colors, just the purples right now.
Yeah,
but it's a pretty clean shoe. We actually did a video on it this weekend. It's on our Instagram. Probably check it out.
Y'all put it on YouTube yet?
We haven't put it on YouTube because the music on it. We got to put the music on it for YouTube. So you don't block it. But it's on our Instagram right now. We'll probably have a YouTube video up on it probably later this week or tomorrow sometime.
Okay. Well, one question I did have for you also too, twins, is so y'all clientele bases is really grown throughout the years. Obviously, every time y'all do SneakerCon, y'all got 2Js buying y'all out, you know, whatever. What matter of fact, what year did he start buying? He started buying y'all out. What was that? That wasn't last year. Was that last year?
January last year was the first time. February, yeah.
Okay.
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So Fort Lauderdale, he cashed us out, and then Dallas, that was the biggest, of course, and then Denver, he cashed us out there too.
Okay. Dan, you got to hit it.
Yeah, man, I'm about to take some medication that's gonna slow me down real big because I'm in a lot of pain. So I try to put it off as long as possible, but I ain't trying to be all in here all fucked up on pain meds. So
No, I understand. I at least wanted, you know what I'm saying, to let you know I appreciate you coming through tonight, Dan. I hit you up on the phone. Man, my brother, man, you know, I appreciate you coming on tonight. You know, it's been a long time since people have seen you, you know, on YouTube visually, period. So most definitely I appreciate you coming through, like, you know, on my joint, you know, and actually showing your face. Man, you know, regardless of social media, whatever, you know, like you know, you my brother, you know, and you know, I most definitely still pray for you all the time. Man, I just appreciate you coming on tonight.
Lord knows I need them prayers, man. I done did a whole bunch of wrong in my life. You know what I mean? But yo, shout out to these twin guys putting up with my fucking bullshit because I'm long winded. No way.
No, you like mess up on game.
You know, like I just
talking it all.
And Kev, thank you for the birthday wishes and everybody on there. It's good to see everybody up on here.
Pleasure meeting you.
Dan. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Q, it's great to see you as always. You're still one of my favorite females in the game, and my favorite sneakerheads, period. And I'm bummed that I just now followed you. I feel like I've been missing out and shit. So legit, thanks for having me on the show.
No,
hopefully I didn't take up too much of your time, man. Y'all stay up and stay good.
Okay, I'm gonna see you later. Thanks, Dan.
Right, love. Good night.
All right.
Hey, so damn, Dan threw me up. Hey, so no, y'all clientele bases, you know, has really grown throughout the years. High profile, you know, to just regular average Joes or whatever. When do y'all feel like y'all went to another level? You get what I'm saying? So where do y'all feel like it's like, oh yeah, we in the thick of it now. Like we really doing what, you know what I'm saying, we dreamed about.
Mm-hmm.
So when do y'all feel like that kicked? Do y'all feel like it kicked off with JC when, you know, when he bought y'all out, or?
He had a lot to do with it. Him and Unbreakable, because you know Unbreakable was putting us on his videos with the Gatorades or whatnot. So we'll be somewhere and they be like, "Hey man, I seen you on YouTube. Y'all be giving Unbreakable the drinks." And they're like, "Yeah, that's us." And then we'd be somewhere and then they be like, "Hey, I seen y'all on YouTube. Y'all sold all those shoes to JC." And we're like, "Yeah, that was us." So like I would say last year really is when we kind of realized like, okay, like we done made a name for ourselves in the sneaker game. Like people recognize like JC, he was one of those people like you saw him at SneakerCon, but it was like yo, that's JC. But now like he coming to the table, he come chop it up. Yo, twins, how y'all been? You know, whoop de wham. He chopping. So it went from just seeing him and like that's the man right there. And then now he's like talking to us, like he see us as like another person, like in like he recognizes when he sees it. So like it's like crazy to see that.
You don't forget you, man. He's a different type of breed.
Yeah,
he remember everybody. Like when I say when he be at SneakerCon, he chop it up with everybody, like you know, and he talked to you like he been knowing you for a while. Like when you talk, not like one of those like you knew, like no, he come and chop to you, and you feel like it's like real love when he talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact because I mean, once again, talking about Chicago 2017, which is crazy. We keep bringing it up, but you know, I flew into Chicago. When I flew into Chicago, I went straight to the hotel, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I called Dan on the phone, and I was like, "All right, you know, Dan, I just checked in. I'm at the hotel. Where y'all at?" And he was like, "Yo, we at this steakhouse. You know, we about to order. We about to eat or whatever. Just come around here." Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, just give me the address and I'll Uber over there. Luckily, the steakhouse was right around the corner from my hotel because everybody stayed at the venue. I stayed around a corner from the venue because it was half the price.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I'm not finna spend all that when I could stay around a corner, you know what I'm saying, and just Uber to the venue for like $1.50. You know?
So,
right. So anyway, the steakhouse was around the corner. I Ubered over there. I walk in, everybody's already at this big old like Godfather table or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I only know a few people. I don't know everybody or whatever. Dan comes up, he we shake hands, dap up, hug, all that good stuff. And then he's like, okay, I'm just come sit down, we about to eat or whatever like that. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting down with everybody. I look down at the other end of the table, it's JC. It's like JC, Johnny, like all, like his whole crew sitting at the other end of the table. I
Mm-hmm.
never met JC before, right? So I don't know too much or whatever at all, and we just eat, everybody order, we eat, we have a good time, we socialize, and everything, like the dinner's over with, we all about to leave, right? Dan whispers over to a couple of us and he was like, yo, like JC just paid for everybody's food for the whole table. It was like 50 of us. And he paid for everybody's food, right? So, I'm a man. I'm like, man, I'm paying for my food. I'm a grown man. I pay for mine. I don't need him paying for my food or whatever. I'm a boss just like he is or whatever, right? So anyway, he pays for it or whatever. So I'm like, I'm never that type of dude or whatever.
You're not painting the picture right, because that year SneakerCon was in Chicago. It was like May of 2017 or something like that.
Nah, it was June. It was
June?
I think it was that first weekend of June. Matter of fact, yeah, it was that first weekend of June.
Now all this stuff you saying, you forgetting during that year, a lot of people didn't even know who JC was.
Well, everybody that was in there knew who he was. I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like the scale that he's on right now,
yeah,
it wasn't like that in 2017. Like obviously he was making big money and he was doing well with his store or whatever, but the way y'all know him today, we didn't know who JC was.
That is true. Now that is true, because he obviously didn't have 3 stores and the who is it? American Eagle, whatever it is. He didn't have all that, whatever. It was
YouTube
just
as well. He didn't have his YouTube popping yet either.
Yeah, he didn't have a YouTube channel. Matter of fact, I think they just started shooting videos that year, 17.
Right.
I think they just started shooting videos like 17 or whatever, but he didn't have a YouTube channel like that though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a fact. But yeah, he paid for everybody's food, and obviously I didn't know him, so yeah, I'm not that type of dude. I went up to him, I was like, yo, like, you don't know me from a can of paint, you know what I'm saying? And you pay for my food, like, yo, I appreciate that. Wherever your table is tomorrow, please believe I'm at least buying a shirt or something. He's like, no, it's all good. You don't have to worry about it. It's all love. I said, nah, man. Please believe I'll be over there to buy something. So he was like, okay, cool. It's all good. Ever since then, me and JC been cool. Every time he literally sees me, like he remembers who I am. So, I mean, that's just crazy in itself that he literally can remember who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since 17, every time I see him at SneakerCon, it's just been a bigger. I'm not saying we have a first name basis friendship, but he never forgets who I am or whatever like that. And he's always been, he's always been mad humble. I've never seen him on some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's the type of dude he is. I mean, I've said it multiple times on here, even like he was the first person that featured me on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
He featured my channel on his channel. So, I mean, for that, I'm forever in my mind connected to him. So when I do walk up to him at SneakerCon, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't forget you. He just doesn't. Like, no matter how big he's becoming, big. I mean, if we calling it that.
And even if you don't think he knows, and even at my bad Q, but even if you don't think he knows who you are or whatever like that, or you think he'll forget, like that's one thing, and that's another thing too. Like I'm saying, he always remembers. Like every time I see him, like he'll be like, "Yo, how's business doing?" I'm like, "Damn, like I ain't even think you really knew, like, you know what I'm saying, what I got going on." And he's like, "Yo, how's business going for you?"
Your family.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, wow. I mean, that's crazy that, you know what I'm saying, you even like what I got going on, so it humbles you when somebody like JC like really knows, or he really puts in like that, you know what I'm saying, how you doing, how the family doing, how business going or whatever like that. Because I'm not at SneakerCon really like, yo, like I got a table, I got the brand and all that stuff like that or whatever. I'm not really doing that. I'm more so networking, you know what I'm saying, for the brand, blah blah blah, whatever. But so yeah, JC's always been like that, and that's the real crazy thing. So most definitely, for y'all, y'all feel like it was the 2Js and the Unbreakable that really like transitioned y'all to the level that y'all at now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just really just the exposure behind it. Really, that I feel like that would put eyes on it. Really.
It gave us that much more credibility. So like people read, like people saw us on Instagram or something like that, and they were kind of hesitant to buy before. It's like, well, I saw him on JC or I saw him on Unbreakable, YouTube channel. After that, it's like, okay, I can trust these guys because some of the biggest names in the game, then gave them a shout out or they in business with them. So like, I know even one time we was trying to buy a shoe. It might have been at SneakerCon or something.
No, it was Sneaker Summit.
At Sneaker Summit, yeah. Isaac was trying to buy a shoe. And he was trying to get some deal on it. And it was like two kids at a table. And one kid was like, nah, I can't do it. Nah, I can't do it. And his partner hit him, was like, hey, you know who that is? That's Twitter. They sold to JC. Like, give him the deal. So then it was like, oh, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy just to be recognized like that off of somebody else's channel. Like, people always say, like, hey, man, I follow your YouTube channel. And it was like, oh, yeah, y'all sold all those shoes to JC. But it's really, I think, because they be seeing it on his page. Yeah. And maybe not our page, but I still take it like, hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so, exactly.
We went to Miami last summer, and we was out there trying to buy pairs, and we was like, hey, we were just out there. It was when the Black Yeezys released, and we was out there just trying to cash people out. And one dude was like, nah, I'm not gonna sell to you. I know who you guys are. And he was like, yeah, we from Texas. Like, how you know? He's like, I know who you are, Twin Souls. I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, it's just crazy just to hear people just to hear them just call us Twin Souls. Like, I started where I'm a school teacher. So last fall I started as my first year as a full-time teacher. And one of the kids walked up to my classroom and was like, what's up, Twin Souls?
Wow.
Hey, I'll take it. That's what they call me. Hey, that's the cool teacher with the cool shoes. Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
No, but low key, it that happens though. On the job. I've been out and about myself.
And they hit you with your Instagram.
Like, yeah, be like, you Peter Queen, right? Yeah, I'll be like at the gas station, just like some random place, which is kind of scary too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because once you start getting that type of exposure, it's like some people can be like surprised to see you, and some people kind of be mad, like, yeah, they think they are that. I'm gonna get them real quick.
Right.
Hey,
you're back.
On one question we got real quick, I almost didn't see it. Alex302 said, Twin Souls, do y'all have a website where you sell your sneakers or just IG?
Both.
Let me comment.
We about to comment it now, but it's twin-souls.com.
Yeah, put that in the comment section so they can see it, and then I'll highlight it. But it's twin-souls.com.
Just drop it in the chat right now.
Okay, wait for it to pull up there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like he was saying, you got people that they like to see you in public, and then you got some people that they don't like you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's real crazy because like with the CASHAPP with JC, it's like you got two people on two sides of the spectrum. It's like some people it's like, oh, that's crazy. He just spent all that money, and then you got some people it's like, why would they do that? It's no way that made sense, blah, blah. It's like they just be tearing in the comments or whatever. So I'm out picking up pairs. I was out of state. I think I was in Louisiana picking up some pairs. And I had on a Twin Souls shirt, of course. And so I'm in the store buying some pairs or whatever. It was another guy that was in there buying some pairs. So we end up walking out like the same time. And I think I asked him like, what size did he have? I was going to try to buy it off him or something like that. So he looked at my shirt and he was like, oh, Twin Souls. And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you know those guys? And I was just going to play along with it. So I was like, yeah, I know those guys or whatever. He's like, yeah, I see you got their shirt. I was like, yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. So I picked up the shirt. He was like, yeah, man, I see those guys all the time on that 2J's guys channel or whatever. And, he always buys everything they have or whatever. He's like, I go to SneakerCon from time to time. And, I just think it's really dumb that they do that. Let them buy all those shoes. And I said, oh, really? Why is that? And he was like, I mean, you got to think about it like this. You got people who, so Dallas is the closest SneakerCon we get. You know, I come from Louisiana. You get people coming out of state, stuff like that, to go to these shows. But you know, you got 2Js that he comes through and he buys all of these tables, and then you know he does it before the show. So when general population goes in there, there's nothing for him to buy because he's bought it all. He was like, you know, I just don't understand why would those guys do that? I'm sitting here thinking in my head like, you know, the point of us coming to these shows is to sell shoes and make money or whatever. Yeah, we want to provide shoes for you know general population or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's first person get to the table that want the shoe. They want to pay that price. They're gonna get the shoe. So if he didn't buy it, somebody else in front of you in line could have bought the same shoe that you wanted to buy or whatever. Just because he bought 100 shoes at once or 75 shoes at once, whatever, didn't necessarily you know do you no harm. Yeah, he bought on a couple tables or whatever, but it was just funny to him. Like, yeah, he was getting on. He was giving it to him. And I just don't understand. He was giving it to us too, and I'm laughing in my head because he was talking bad about us. And I'm thinking to myself like, you say you see us on the channel, like you don't know this is beef, but I ain't saying nothing. I just let him go. I was like, yeah. Man, straight stupid, man.
I had a question. So you get your table bought out, let's say, and does that allow you to just go ahead? Is that like a relief though? Because then you get a chance to just enjoy the show.
Not at all.
No.
You got work to do.
You got hours of work. We don't stop until.
So what y'all do after you get bought out?
You go buy. You start go buying.
Stimulate the economy. You go get some more pairs back.
Oh well.
Okay. So perfect example. The very first cash out was in Fort Lauderdale. So he cashed us out at 11. Y'all know SneakerCon start at 12. So for the whole deal to go through, I think it was finalized at like 12:30. So we was 30 minutes into the show, but we only had like 40 shoes left on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, well, we drove 17 hours. We drove 17 hours for this show. We can't drive back because you know we partnered up with another reseller group and we all drove together. They still got pairs on the table. Mm-hmm. So like, are we just gonna sit here and look and just be happy about the money we made? Or we're gonna try to make our money work for us? So it's like we got work to do. So we just, as soon as he cashed us out, it's like we going back into the crowd trying to buy pairs, get them back to the table, and just try to capitalize on the whole situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So anytime you get cashed out, like it was plenty of people that got cashed out and they packed their table up and left.
Gone.
Yeah.
Like the sky is the limit, especially at SneakerCon. Like you don't get another setting like that with people coming willing to buy and spend that much money on shoes. So you gotta make the most of it. That's just like that make it that much more sweeter when you got most of the work out the way.
Yeah.
But, okay, I got this done. Let me see how much more I can get.
Right.
No, that makes a ton of sense. You know, I'm not listen, I ain't out here reselling or nothing like that.
Right.
School me now. Shoot.
Right. I mean, I can only speak for myself. Like, I can speak for us. Like, I just know how we thinking. Like, okay, we need to make some more. But some people, I mean, you get that cash out. Cool. At the end of the day, you really fulfilled your purpose. Like you came to sell all these shoes, you sold them, cool. But for us, we know we couldn't come back with nothing because of course we gotta have more inventory. We got people back here in Dallas that want to buy pairs. We got people online hitting us every day. So it's like if we would have came back with nothing, our people would have been upset.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why you can tell the difference too. Like even when you see JC's videos or whatever like that, when he's cashing out like these different tables, like y'all saying though, like the majority of them, they be like, man, I'm gone, I'm good. Like JC just cashed us out and we on his video. Oh man, that's a stamp of approval. We straight,
mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. But I know like every event, like, you know, he comes through and buys a lot from y'all or whatever. But I've actually been there with y'all and y'all be in the thick of it. Like right after he done cash, like I'll walk in, like you said, he may cash out like at 11 o'clock, but the deal may not go through like until like 12:30 or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. But then y'all still have pairs, obviously. But you know what I'm saying, y'all still have to take care of, you know what I'm saying, the future.
Right.
So I most definitely get that, and I see y'all do that every time when we at SneakerCon or whatever. Well, y'all sound like JC now talking about y'all.
Hey, once you've been around it enough, you see how they move. It's like, okay, I need to start taking this, taking that. I need to figure out what I need to do to get myself to that level. It's like, if I'm standing still, then I'm doing somebody else. It's gonna be somebody younger than us. You know, trying to, because everybody want to take that number one spot. Everybody, and if you don't want to, then I don't know what you're hustling for. But
Word had a good comment. She said, "But if we traveling for deals and can't get shoes because 2J's buying it before the doors open." I mean, hey, how many? I mean, are there really deals out there though like that?
Yeah,
No deals like that.
It definitely before that show started, it'd be some good deals in there. I'll tell you.
One suggestion is there's always somebody selling early access to SneakerCon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Always. I'm not gonna say who's doing it, but there's always somebody selling early access to SneakerCon.
Yeah, if you want to get in early, you want access to those deals, definitely hit them up.
I'm just reading I heard what you said, but I'm just reading the chat. You know, the same question that Danny asked before she left. She asked it again about the shoe size.
Oh, Danny. Okay, Danny left. That's what it is. Danny, we already answered that question that you had asked a couple times earlier. They do wear the same shoe size, and it's what, 11 and a half?
Yeah.
And she over there talking about I'm asleep. I'm paying attention.
Yeah, talking about. I know you see my question, Rep. We answered that question. I thought you heard it, but obviously you must have left. So yes,
both wear 12.
Yeah, 11 and a half, really. 12
11 and a half stuff. 11 and a half, whatever. 12.
Yeah.
I have a question for Twin Souls. Where do you see Twin Souls in like 5 years?
In 5 years? Well, before this Corona stuff happened, we wanted to open our flagship store out here in the DFW and then branch out to like Miami, LA, possibly New York. That was our goal, but we had to talk with our uncle, and he was saying about the new norm, and he was talking about how Corona got everything switched up, and everybody want to move to the online marketplace, and that's really what they reconstructing everybody to do. It's like, well, you think if everybody's stuck in the house right now, you think they're gonna really want to move back to going back to brick and mortar or going out in public like that? Because ain't no telling how long this thing gonna last, you know. So it kind of opened my eyes, but that still is the plan. We want to open up at least one flagship store, you know, open up one physical location out here in the DFW for our people out here, and then possibly branch out.
My suggestion, I always say this is, and this was way before the pandemic, is that I really don't see. I mean, obviously, you know, people gonna do what they're gonna do or whatever. But my suggestion is really everything is transitioning to being online. I mean, like even for my own business, like we transitioned to everything being online. It's financially, it financially makes more sense. You know, and most definitely where if it's brick and mortar, it feels more like you're pigeonholing yourself, or you're just local compared to when you're doing everything online. You're catering to what is called the World Wide Web compared to just where you at locally or whatever. Obviously, you want to take care of your own people because that's, you know, obviously, you know, you want to be the man on your block first before you can go be the man, you know, in your region or your city and all that stuff. You got to start from somewhere or whatever. So obviously you want to take care of your people. But so if that works for y'all, you know, and I feel like y'all most definitely can do it in the DFW for sure. Cause it very much is growing in y'all area. And obviously y'all live there. Y'all know y'all city better than it, you know, than anybody should. So, and obviously y'all been doing y'all thing for a minute, and y'all have been growing better than the average person. So most definitely, I can see that working for y'all. But you know, you guys already being online, I most definitely would keep that, like, you know, making that y'all focus.
I have one more question for the Twins. How's the sneaker market in Dallas Forward? Because I'm supposed to be going to Seagoville in the near future, so I'm trying to figure out what it's like down there.
Trying to cop like just out of the market, the local marketplaces and stuff. Like,
yeah, I'm low key, man. I'm low key. So.
Okay, yeah. Dallas is behind like some of the others, like of course like Miami, New York, LA. We're not on that scale. Like they were saying, Dallas is kind of behind. I don't know who said it. It was like, do you feel like Dallas is behind? I feel like Dallas is kind of behind because, like, we don't have like the sneakerheads or people that want to just cop and want to put it on feet. Like with StockX, with the growth of StockX and GOAT, it's kind of hard to see like the true sneakerheads for the true sneakerheads. Like you got the people that want to cop to resell, or they want to cop because their friend told them that they go for big money, or hey man, you can sell this. And then you see those same people on OfferUp selling for almost retail because they don't have any clientele. Like you don't have the credibility, you don't got the name behind you to just go grab pairs and resell like that. So, but out here in Dallas, we don't have that market for it. You're gonna see somebody rocking some extreme heat on the street or walking around town. Like the closest you're gonna get is some Yeezys or something like that. But you're not gonna just see like a bunch of pure sneakerheads out here in Dallas. But you can find some good stuff out here. Like we got some local groups, some local sneaker groups. They got some fire in there. Probably the best one in Texas right now. Well, I'm not say Texas. It started in DFW, but they opened it up to Texas, called Texas Sneaker Assembly. Shout out to all my Sneaker Assembly family. But yeah, it's all right. We got a pretty cool sneaker culture out here. What you got to say?
Yeah, I would say.
Then he had a. Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was gonna say. Then he had a spin-off question as to whether y'all have two sets.
I was just for that question.
What's the question?
Do y'all have two sets of shoes or one set of shoes?
We got both. We got some where we both have our own collections, of course, and but some of those like starting out like missing that bread. It was like we got a couple shoes where we
had to go in together because we had to pay resale on that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we do have our own separate collections. It's not like we got one collection and it's okay, what you gonna wear today? All right, well, don't wear that because I want to wear that today.
Okay.
Like
only Danny, man. Only Danny.
We dressed at different times and we had the same fit on or something, or the same colors. Like he got a white top, I got a white top and black bottom, and I picked my fit out last night or something. Like I'm gonna go ahead and get this out. I come back from school or something, and he got the same fit on. I was like, man, well, how you got the same fit on? I was like, well, you was at school when I picked my fit, so. But, yeah,
that's that twin thing they say. What's it called?
Hey, Rap, you might want to just give it a link.
Danny ain't coming in here, man. Danny, she not coming, man.
You see that question?
To piggyback off of the brick and mortar question, would you guys consider, especially since you said there isn't really like a sneakerhead culture in Dallas? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you don't necessarily want to be like the test dummy to open a store in an area that's not really open to that. So would you guys be open to relocating to a place that's more conducive to a brick and mortar? Because I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of things are e-commerce now, and it makes more sense and it saves costs, but it's nothing like that store experience, though.
Right. That's the thing that we have to juggle with. Like, okay, well, if we stay online, we keep the cost low. We do brick and mortar, we can give people more of that experience. But as far as brick and mortars, we got a bunch of shops out here that's doing well. We got Exclusive out here. We got Knowledge. We got Flight 111. We got PCLH. We got
it's a couple. Yeah, it's a couple stores out here, and
they do well. It's just
Knowledge is opened up too, right? Knowledge is dope though.
Yeah. So the brick and mortars do well out here.
Okay.
It's not like any that went belly up or anything like that I know of.
It's more so like the community, sneaker community. We don't have something that brings all the sneakerheads or whatever in the Dallas community, Dallas-Fort Worth community together.
Mm-hmm.
Like out here is different than like other places, like of course Miami, LA. Like out there, if you got that fire shoe or whatever, you can wear that out
to the club or
something or whatever, stuff like that. A lot of places like that out here, like you go out at night, anything like that, they don't allow you to wear sneakers like that. So you got those shoes or whatever, but you really have nothing, nowhere to go and showcase it, really, or show it off. I think that's why Dallas is somewhat behind those other areas, because you can cop that stuff there and then wear it out and show it off. But here it's more so like, okay, I can get it. All right, I can wear it to the mall. Okay, well, not really seeing too many people at the mall like that. Okay, I can wear it to the grocery store.
You know, it's too much oil money out there, man.
Too much
A lot
oil.
of people out there, too much oil money out there. They ain't wearing no sneakers to the club.
Man, nah, they just be fighting in
Do-
the club. You step on somebody's shoes, they be
Yeah.
ready to fight or shoot behind somebody stepping on their shoes. So once that happens too many times, club said, "No, sir. You walk up there with some J's on, they'll turn you right around."
Yeah, they tried to turn me around once. I had some Yeezy 700s on, and I was like, "Look, y'all not turning me around for this. Like, it's a $400 shoe. Like,
It's damn near design.
I'm getting in tonight." And it was
I remember that night. He told the little security dude, he was like, "Hey man, what are those?" He said, "Man, these Yeezys, man, these $400 Yeezys, this damn near design." He said, "All right, cool."
Do y'all see Dallas catching up?
You said what?
Do y'all see Dallas catching up to where everybody else is? Other
The only
cities?
the thing we would need for Dallas to catch up is just to be somewhere for sneakerheads to be able to show off their collection, like a collection of sneakerheads, not just the one person you see in the mall, like, "Oh snap, I see you." Like somewhere where people can actually get recognized for the heat that they're putting on. It had to be worth it for them to put the shoe on. You know what I'm saying? Kind of to go flex like a little bit, not really flex, but like to flaunt what they got. Like if you went into the grocery store, it don't matter because it's gonna be a bunch of old ladies and kids in there that they're not really gonna admire or they're not gonna appreciate what you got on your feet. You know,
Right.
they just see another shoe, they hit it with a basket. They just, "Oh, I'm sorry, no, you just stuff these. Like you don't know what these cost. These 2015 Chicago's. You need to get down and kiss it or something. Like, you know what it's gonna cost me to go get this on StockX right now?"
Man,
So,
No,
so I
that's
think
crazy.
that's what got us behind, and that's what's gonna take for us to catch up. I hope it catch up though, for real, because I would like to go out in the community and have a bunch of sneakerheads out, like just showing off what they got almost.
I actually think it is in Dallas though that it's starting to turn like the shift. Like you can see the shift changing a little bit in the Dallas area. I mean it's obviously not like like it's not even like Houston or Atlanta or different things like that. But I feel like it's like Dallas is the next though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like Dallas is the next because even Nike has started doing like marketing in Dallas. Whatever. So I feel like they see that now that Dallas is potentially next. So they trying to put marketing dollars into Dallas. And I mean obviously they got people like like Luca on on the Mavs and stuff like that or whatever. But when it comes to Jordan Brand, but I feel like they feel like Dallas is next or whatever.
One thing that might help is that you just saw what's being get his own shoe, Luca.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then we had another guy, Blue to Great.
Yeah.
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 So that was good. That was a good look. I think another thing that'll help Dallas too is if we could get some more actual sneaker boutiques to get the hot shoes.
Yeah.
Right now it's kind of like everybody really relying on Foot Locker or Foot Action, but we don't have any boutiques that are getting the drops too. The exclusive drop. So
Yeah,
I think
it's a lot of rich people in Dallas. What the rich people wearing? Because once they start rocking sneakers, they're gonna splash.
Yeezy's is big in Dallas.
Yeah, Yeezy.
Yeah, Yeezy ain't gonna get the job done. What else they wearing?
And I'm telling you, that's what they wear.
That's what they wearing. Yeezys and high end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna get it.
Yeah, they want to wear that true design.
Yeah, they wearing Yeezys and high end.
And that's why it's tough. Because like what I said earlier, that oil money. I was saying that to say it's a lot of rich people there. They not really walking around with no sneakers like that.
Yeah. See, but now the same to piggyback off of that, their kids are in the sneaker community. Because like you said, it's so wild now. Like people not matchy, but they see like the people on Instagram like, okay, they got this on, they got that, but look at their shoes, off-white. They got the off-white. So now that's really what brought them into the Jordan area, the Jordan arena. Like before that, it was like, okay, Kanye West, Sperry's, high end, but it's like, okay, well, this off-white is just as much as that designer. You get just as much clout from this off-white. I got these Chicago off-whites on, or something like that. It's really about flexing with the younger kids. So those rich people that got kids want to flex. Off-white, Bape, Supreme, and now with all of this coming together, now the streetwear brands and the sneaker brands, that's really what's making a push out here in Dallas for to bring those kids that weren't wearing sneakers and Jordans and stuff, like looking down on Jordan almost because they're wearing the designer and all that. Well, that's Jordan. That's people are getting shot. Now that those kids are getting brought into it because of the increase of streetwear brands and collaboration.
Yeah.
So they like that hype stuff.
Yeah.
Damn hype beast. Hey, Red, put the sneakers, put the shirt up.
Ooh, I ain't got one in here. I ain't got one in here right now. Yo, Marcus I guess Marcus must have just jumped back in here talking about how y'all talking about my city. We've been talking about Dallas for a minute. You must have jumped out and just now came back. We've been talking about Dallas for a minute. If you wanna come through and speak on your city.
Yeah, what is it gonna take for them to get up to speed with everybody else?
We trying to elevate Dallas, man. That's what we talking about.
Come on, I need all suggestions.
How we gonna elevate Dallas? And I know how widespread it is too. Like, that's my first thought too, outside of the rich thing. But like, it's just so widespread too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, like a Chicago or the other places y'all mentioned, Atlanta. You can have clusters. Well, Chicago is just what it is, obviously. I mean,
just Texas, period, though, because like Texas obviously is huge in itself. I mean, hell, just coming from San Antonio to Dallas, it takes me damn near 5 hours to get there. Like that's
how are you driving? You can't be on the same 35.
Man, hey, it don't take 5 hours. I'm playing look now. If I ain't trying to get pulled over, it take 5 hours now.
Okay, I see you.
If I ain't trying to get pulled over, and then now obviously going from San Antonio to Dallas, I gotta go through Austin's traffic. Austin traffic is
horrible.
Yeah, it depends on what time you leave. You can either catch it and get straight on through Austin, or you catch that traffic in this head.
Yeah. And it's always construction for some random reason in the middle of Austin when you're trying to get to Dallas every time. So it's it normally takes me like 4 hours to keep it real though. But if I hit that traffic though, like it's gonna be
5 o'clock traffic in Austin.
Yeah, or that 8 o'clock in the morning traffic too. Like
it's like 3 times that 8 in the morning for that morning shift, 12 minutes for the lunch, or when they getting off work. That's the worst time to try to go through Austin.
Yeah, so most definitely like coming up there for like SneakerCon stuff like that, or just going up there. Period. I'm most definitely like trying to get up like hella early in the morning to try to beat that 8 o'clock traffic. Or I'm just trying to go like middle of the day. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, so I can get, because once you get through Austin, it's easy.
Cakewalk.
Yeah, it's cakewalk, but Austin is the problem. That's where it's really at. Austin is the problem. So, but most definitely, I mean, like everywhere in Texas though, Dallas is huge as ever. I mean, DFW, like they're saying, like it's huge. So like having like all the different boutiques and stuff like that or whatever, like I don't know, man. Me personally, I feel like Dallas is on the rise. I do. I feel like Dallas is on the rise. I feel like Nike is starting to put money, into Dallas, and they think like Dallas is next.
What I need them to do is put, when they get those sneaker passes, put Dallas on the list, man. I'm tired of going to sneaker passes and seeing Dallas left off the list,
man. Every time like that, Chicago,
that's a fact.
Dallas.
That's a fact.
They always put the sneaker passes in the places that get, I feel like, the most inventory of the shoe.
Yeah, because you're in Chicago.
Yeah.
You got
like Chicago, LA, those places get a ton of all of everything.
That's why when it comes to releases, Q can't never talk about nothing. She can't never talk about nothing.
We close right now, though.
Yeah, and you bring that up every week, but we close right now. But once y'all open up,
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, once we open up, it gets easier.
No, it ain't gonna be. It gets easier once y'all open up. You really gonna have to go to the store with the pistol, because they gonna be out there. They gonna be out there like the purge.
Well, good thing I don't be out there. Yeah.
Because they know you. They be like, oh, Q, you finna, what time you coming? We got your size, Q. Good. Don't worry about it.
No rush. We got to put to the side for you already. Bagged up.
Every now and then people like to see me be great. Every now and then. So
Q, if it wasn't for the current situation we're in, do you think you'd have had an early view of those media days? Sorry to bring it back up again.
I would have had an early review of every damn thing that just came out. You know that. Like,
I see your videos.
yeah, I would have already done all that stuff.
Yeah,
Already. The media days, though, I still have an opportunity. It's just every store hasn't got their shipment in yet. So
You need a media day review. We can give you one real quick.
No, I don't need I need a media day in my collection.
What size?
I wear 10.5.
yeah, I wear 8.
Too big.
We'll keep you posted.
Hey, look at Marcus. Marcus, I am not talking. I've actually been pro Dallas this whole conversation. You shouldn't have left. If you wouldn't have left, then you would be hearing
Right.
what I've been saying Dallas, I feel like, is next. I feel like Dallas most definitely is on the next when it comes to, you know, like Austin, Chicago, like all of them, because you can see it where Nike has been putting dollars into it. So, and it does not hurt that they got Luka now, you know, and they're most definitely on the rise. And yes, I did have fun, SneakerCon Dallas. I have never not said that.
Yeah, look like y'all had a great deal of fun in Dallas last year. Cause the year I went, man, I'll tell you something. It was so damn hot. First off.
Well, it was hot last year too.
Then they had SneakerCon at the Fort Worth Convention Center.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't a good year. The only time we had fun was when we went over to and Marcus was there, so he know when Sneaker Box Radio, they had that partnership with Crep Protect. So they did the mansion party again. So we all went out there, which was far as hell to get to, but yeah, that was fun. But we didn't do nothing like what Marcus had set up for y'all on the last time. So
yeah, I was gonna say Marcus really did his thing last year. You know, in all the events that we went to, from everywhere we went out to eat at, basically, like going to Texas Live, going to
You said Dallas hot as hell.
man, it was so hot.
It was hot though, for real. It was hot as hell. But I mean, if you ain't used to Texas weather, then you know, like everybody that wasn't from Texas was saying that it was hot as hell. Like they was on like some goddamn.
Right. You could cook. It was so hot you can cook on the ground. You could cook your food on the ground. That's how fucking hot it was. Like, I'm not even exaggerating.
It was 100 today.
Yeah. It was 100 today. Like it was crazy today. Matter of fact, it's supposed to be 107, I think, tomorrow here in San Antonio. Like today it was 100 and tomorrow's supposed to be 107.
That ain't even right. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it caught us off guard because we was in Oklahoma for the weekend. And we came back home today and was like, golly, like it wasn't nowhere near as hot in Oklahoma as it was when we got back home. We got out that car like, God damn.
Yeah.
So you're saying if you don't have AC in your car, you pretty much screwed.
Yeah. That's illegal. That's illegal in Texas not to have no AC.
If you don't got AC in your car, them windows ain't gonna cut it. Like you gonna die in there.
You're gonna die for real, bro. Like that's illegal not to have no AC in Texas.
Yeah, you got to reevaluate everything if you ain't got no AC in the car.
I ain't got no AC, but I got the Media Day 7s on my feet.
Hey, the Media Day 7s
they're gonna be soaking wet when you get out the car.
Right, this thing's gonna be melted.
Media Day 7 is oiled. Oh, the real man is Texas weather ain't nothing to play with, especially in the summertime, man. When it comes to that air conditioning.
Good question. Aren't they supposed to have a SneakerCon Dallas soon? Postpone?
Yeah, it was May 30th or 31st, and then they changed it. What? It was the middle of June. No. It was the last week in June that they changed it to, or something like that, right?
I don't know what date they changed it to. I just know they said it was postponed. But I'm glad they postponed it though. Yeah. Because with all this Corona stuff, they would have had to like limit it to like 200 people coming in at a time. And y'all know how the line is for general admission. Like you can come when it's a regular SneakerCon and you might be waiting for an hour and 30 minutes just to get in. So with those stipulations to get in, you would have had people that came at 12 and still didn't get in at 7. So it was a good look for them to postpone that.
So y'all will attend if they did have one. You guys would be there.
Oh yeah, for sure. If they had a SneakerCon, I would go for sure. But just with all this stuff going on, it wouldn't have been the same. So SneakerCon knew that because that would have been a bad look for the brand. Like people would have been talking about, man, SneakerCon Dallas was trash, and SneakerCon Dallas is one of the best events that they throw. So they couldn't do that to their reputation.
You said she ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Well, most definitely.
Heck no.
I have changed my mind about doing SneakerCon this year, but I feel like most definitely, like if they would have kept it at the original, well, I guess the postponed date because they had a date before that, but if they would have kept it in May, and then I don't know if they're gonna keep it for the June date or whatever. I still think that's too early, also, but I think it would have been more stipulations behind the 200 people. I didn't even know about the 200 people, but I figured that as much. But you talking about wearing gloves and masks and limiting the people, and then other people got to wait outside for they can come in, which is gonna be waiting outside in that heat. Like, come on, man! Like like that's a lot going on, and then just being in there with gloves and masks and doing I already can't stand wearing masks when I gotta go to the gas station or to the grocery store. I can't stand wearing it the whole time. So you think about doing that at a sneaker con and then you interact. I mean, y'all know, like interacting with so many people throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
You never even really realize it that much until you actually do sneaker con. Like you actually do sneaker con and then you realize like, yo, I done shook like a million hands today. I done,
And you really realize how many hands you done shook whenever you go home and you look at your T-shirt, like especially if you got a white T-shirt on, you see that SneakerCon stamp on your chest. You already know.
Man, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I promise. I started just like bumping elbows because every SneakerCon I have my little twin soul shirt on, and by the end of the show, I got about 5 different stamp prints on my shirt. Like, oh man, you got me. And then sometimes people like you be going in for that dab, and you like, oh no,
pull back.
Pull back. Hey, I'm trying to save you.
Yeah.
So I just me on the inside of my arm right here. Just put it right here because people up.
Man.
But then I had dabbed somebody up and still had. I'm like, how did I got it? Because I put it on the inside of my arm and hit myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, SneakerCon stamps, boy. I'm gonna have to put it on my shoulder or something.
It most definitely gets crazy, man. I am glad, like we talked about though, that they did move the date. Because it's just too much. Most definitely, like you're gonna lose a lot of admission, and they most definitely ain't trying to lose that
at all. They bring in too much money with admission.
Yeah, so they most definitely not trying to lose that. And then, like you said, just the reputation, because it's a lot that you would have to go through, and then people are not. They already don't like sitting outside, like just trying to get in regular. But now you're talking about 200 at a time.
Imagine being outside in that mask, 100-degree heat, trying to breathe through. Ooh.
Oh my god!
Hey,
like a training mask almost.
Hey, now that's where y'all come up on the Gatorade and the water, boy. Yeah,
killer. I put that cooler on some wheels, boy. And be putting it up and down.
You better be outside with
out there, and that line outside, as hot as it be, that'd be clutch.
Man, better be outside with the Mexican ice cream cart.
Oh wow!
Hey, them dice people.
Better have some Gatorade and some tamales.
Hey,
you know,
they most definitely be at SneakerCon outside too. They be flipping that food out there, but
man, everybody be getting it. The hustlers with the little ball game.
Oh my god!
Food. Everybody be out here winning.
Game. I forget the name. I forget the name of that game. They be at every SneakerCon getting folks.
Man, SneakerCon, Sneaker Summit. They be all of them.
And then major gathering.
My thing about it is, if you don't want to lose, don't play the game.
Yeah.
Don't be mad if you play the game and you lose. Now you want to go try to run and tell the police. You played the game. Didn't nobody make you play the game.
Right.
Everybody got baited into it, but you still played all the same.
You agreed to play this game. So if you would have won, you wouldn't have said nothing. But now that you lost, you want to go tell the police. No, that's not how it works. You do that at the casino when you go and lose your money. You just be like, I lost.
Facts. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, man, I got another question too. Before we close out pretty soon here. have y'all seen what is it? I seen it's like some black and gold or like some black and yellow 12s.
Yeah. They said that was supposed to drop.
Yeah, June or July. I think it's June though.
So okay, so like June or July, because I've seen pictures of them like recently. And like somebody was selling them early or something like that or whatever. But I thought them was actually I thought they was actually pretty dope. I don't know how they gonna be like as far as like a hype situation, but like y'all have actually seen them. Like what do y'all think of like how do y'all think the you know
I've only seen them online or whatever, but I like 12, so I rock with them tough. I don't know.
You think they're gonna be like the black and blue joints, like the game realisms?
I
can
think
see
they'll
that.
do. I can see that. I can see them doing as well as those.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Okay.
Yeah, I can have them.
One question.
Rock with them.
She a LeBron head. She a LeBron head. Like
No, I mean, it ain't even all about a LeBron. I'm just saying, like, I mean, how many colors you gonna do now?
We need the rainbow.
He got to do the whole rainbow.
Now I will say, I don't know if y'all saw these rendering pictures, but there's some rendering pictures of some 12s that's black and purple though.
Yeah, I need those too.
Them five.
like on some Mike Bibby type.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now they do the Mike
Them
Bibby.
five.
Yeah.
Now, listen.
She
Like-
can't rock with the black and gold, but
Yeah.
that black and purple. Oh
That purple looks sexy now.
It's something about purple on retros. It just do so. It just hit different.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I have a question for the experts, Twin Souls. All right. One of my friends, he asked me a good question earlier this week. He told me that this shoe nobody wanted. It
Right.
sat on shelves and everything. Nobody fucked with this shoe. This shoe, Gym Red.
It's on sale down here.
But this shoe right here, everybody is going crazy over. Like, look at this. It's pretty much
same. No, it ain't pretty much. That's the same shoe.
like what's going on here?
Minus the red though.
Height.
What's going on here?
Height.
Yep.
Height. That's it.
I still don't know how did the Royal Toes become like a shoe everybody had to have? Like, what was it about it? That was the story.
Because everybody right now is getting a $1,500 unemployment check, basically.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I think Corona really gave the Royal Toes
a boost.
A boost.
Yeah.
Because you sitting at home, so no stores is really open like that. Foot Lockers and stuff like that. Like we open up here in Texas, but Foot Lockers and stuff like that. All your major retailers not really getting them like that. So now it's like a limited type of thing. You either hit online, which with Corona that powered the bots. Like the bot game been crazy during this whole Corona thing. So you got that, and then stores not really getting too much in hand. So now it's like, damn, if I don't get this pair of sneakers, like, am I gonna get them? And so I feel like that really just boosted those.
It kind of created a panic behind them. Like people was like, I didn't get them on sneakers, I need to get them. And then that's when the price went up. Especially like people, stores that had them in hand, like they grade school pairs didn't come into the following week. So grade school prices was crazy. People was paying $300, $350 for grade school pairs just because they didn't get them on sneakers and stores wasn't getting them until the following week. So that boosted the price up. So now, everybody's seeing people talking about it for now. Well, so they want them. I want them.
I need to buy them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got Gym Reds in the store on sale.
Yeah, you got these just they're sitting, and it's the same. Even the Wings logo is the same white.
Yeah, and I realized that when I was doing the review, and I was like, yo, like it's literally the same shoe, the same concept. They just basically just flip color patterns in certain spots, but that's literally basically the same shoe, like for real. But I feel like once again though, like that Danny called it the COVID ones. Like that's real. Like everybody getting, they getting money right now. They get free money from the government, like she said, and that's what really hyped them up. Like,
and as soon as they
burning a hole in their pocket right now,
they
want to spend it on something, especially and then Foot Locker and everybody giving discount codes every day. I get them updates to my phone, 20% off, 30% off today. Use this code.
Yeah, exactly.
And as soon as those Royal Toes restock, it's like you can't get through. They're gone.
Yeah,
the bots going crazy.
They got the bots on steroids right now.
Yeah. And everybody's really getting into these cook groups and stuff like that now. Like that's like the new that's the new wave, like cook groups and all that, the bots and stuff like that. So it's
That's one major change that you see, you know, when y'all saying looking back at like 2017, then looking now.
His laptop died. But looking back to 2017 to now, like the bots increased,
Cook groups weren't a thing.
Yeah, raffle process changed. Like you went from physical raffle tickets to like raffle tickets in store to now you got app reservations. Now you got to try to make it through the app and all the other stuff. So that's another major change in the sneaker game too. It was easier back then with the little raffle tickets. You know, you might toss somebody $20, $30. They pull my ticket. You know, you get it when you get your size pool. But now you got to go through whatever system they got running it. And I personally think it's based on how much money you spend. But I don't know. I don't have any data to back that up.
Yeah.
Well, I hope during this time of Corona that Foot Locker work on that flex system that they got.
That flex app is trash.
Horrible. They need to go back to the last one.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of time. Everybody's sitting around right now, not really getting anything. They got a lot of time to fix that because it was horrible.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, we about to close out here in a minute. So if y'all got any more questions in the chat, Danny, I'm pretty sure you got a million more that you want to ask crazy for the twins.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this one. We got 2 separate closets. We got 2 separate cars. We don't got the same taste in women. Let's see what else. Some other questions she might possibly ask. Do we like the same TV shows? Yes.
Hey, I got a question. So, like, I never can tell the difference between both of y'all. Every time I see y'all, I just be like twins. Yeah. And we just started following each other on Facebook, and I still, even looking at y'all on Facebook, I'll be like, man, I don't even know the difference between two of these two Negroes. They both literally look just alike.
No lie. So what?
I was saying you always do one missing.
Oh yeah. When you see my brother, I'm always the one that's missing. But as far as telling us apart, I don't have nothing to tell you like, oh, you tell like this. But we still got family members that just say twin. Because they can't tell us apart, so they just say twin. We be like, what's up? So if you say twin or you say the name wrong or something like, you might call me Isaac or you call Isaac Ezekiel. We ain't gonna get upset about it or nothing like that. We just it's been happening so much, we just used to it. We just say better next time.
Danny said, I need to put in for a size 5.5 in them chunky donkey, please, and thank you.
Please and thank you. So okay, look, when we find out about it, we'll post it on our Instagram. As soon as we find out, we're gonna post it on the Instagram. Instagram thing first.
She's saying she don't want you to post it. She said just DM her.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram? So I can DM you when we find out.
She said I'm gonna follow y'all right now.
All right, bet I'm gonna follow back.
She said I'm gonna follow y'all right now. And most definitely, if y'all not following Twin Souls on Instagram, please do so, cause I mean, like I said, they always have everything. They be at every SneakerCon, but besides SneakerCon, they be at all the mid-level events. They be at even the hole in the wall events. You can catch them everywhere, all the time. They're very active on social media. They get stuff early. They get stuff even when it sells out. They started doing YouTube now, so you can check them out on YouTube.
Yeah, Twin Souls TV.
Yeah, Twin Souls TV on YouTube. So most definitely check them out on YouTube also as well.
We got that Flint 13 video dropping this week on Instagram too.
Okay.
I followed you guys about 30 minutes ago or so.
I followed when it started up. Like I said, I'm a rookie to the game. I'm just here soaking up all this knowledge. And like I said, Rep, I appreciate you always asking me to come on, man. I was just really dope, man. Appreciate it.
No, it's all good.
Appreciate you bringing us on too.
No, it's all good. Yeah, man. This been a work in progress for a minute between myself and Twin Souls, getting this done. Like this wasn't no fly by night or some yesterday situation. We've been talking about this.
Yeah, we had it set up.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a minute. We've been talking about this damn near since last year, like Dallas and DC and stuff like that or whatever. But I'm glad that it finally, you know what I'm saying, we got it done.
Days.
Finally got it done. Q, I'm surprised you weren't even already following Twin Souls.
I was too. That's why I went on Instagram. I'm like, I feel like I already followed him because I already knew of him.
Yeah.
But apparently,
Yo, Danny keep messing with me, yo.
What she said? She in Chicago. She in Chicago, Twins. Yeah.
I feel like I seen her at another event or something. Like it was, I can't think of which one.
We've definitely seen each other, if not once, a couple times for sure. I'm not for sure. I know for sure we have. Not sure where we were.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out where it was, but I know I've been at too many shows to try to pinpoint exactly which one. Yeah, just follow.
Yeah, man, it's been good talking to y'all. I hope that y'all can get that store set up soon. I would love to hear about that.
Oh, just keep watching. Just watch. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's into existence now.
Absolutely. That's
a fact. That's most definitely a fact. BX, you got any more before we start shutting it down?
Nah, man. I think I asked all the questions I need to ask. I'm following you guys on IG now. You can follow back on, but I'm just here, like I said, soaking up the game, man. Because Rep is putting me on to be the sixth man of the year. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm learning a lot, man. And I'm gonna follow you guys, and I'm gonna keep seeing what y'all doing. And good luck, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
That's most definitely a fact, man. And then y'all know what it is. Like, we do this every Tuesday night, 7:30-ish. You know what I'm saying? We get it in. Most definitely, I appreciate the Twins coming through tonight. I appreciate Dan coming through tonight, One-Legged Lister. Make sure you guys, if you guys have not followed Dan, One-Legged Lister, on Instagram, make sure you do so. You can follow him on YouTube also as well. He hasn't been active in a minute on YouTube, but most definitely on Instagram, you can check him out. Most definitely Twin Souls on Instagram. Is it twin-souls or just Twin Souls on Instagram?
On Instagram is twin_souls.
_souls. Okay. And then it's twin-souls.com for the website. Obviously y'all can see. And then for YouTube, is it just Twin Souls?
Twin Souls TV.
Twin Souls TV. So most definitely make sure you guys subscribe to their YouTube channel. Because it gets busy on there with the early reviews also as well.
Okay.
So make sure that y'all do that, man. And then y'all know what it is, man. I drop them videos when I feel like it. Literally when I feel like it.
This man will upload a video from, what was that last one? It was like October 2018. I'm like, what is happening?
Hey, yeah. So that was a throwback video I threw on there. Because I felt like it.
Exactly.
So most definitely I threw that on there. I threw that on there like a couple weeks ago, whatever, just to be doing something, man. But I did the Chunky Donkey how to cop the Chunky Donkey joint the other day when I went for the drawing for it. And then this weekend we got the I don't even know who's battling this weekend, but we'll be doing a recap. Y'all know what it is. We'll be doing a sneaker battle recap.
I got the inside scoop on that one.
Is it BX? All right.
I'm at the plate this weekend. I'm at the bat.
That's the only way you got an inside scoop. It gotta be you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm at the plate, ready to bat this weekend. Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
It's you and who? You and Mono?
Me and Mono this weekend.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So we got the inside scoop already right there. So BX versus Monolithic.
Let's go.
Yeah, for the sneaker battle this weekend. So ready for that.
I gotta give me a good cheat snack for that. Need some good snacks.
Hey Twins, have y'all ever seen the sneaker battles?
No, we haven't.
So it's who has the heat sneaker battle, and then we do the recap after the sneaker battle. So it's every Saturday night at 7:30 Central, and it's It's I'll send you the link for it. But if you look on Instagram, it's Who Has the Heat on Instagram, and they do the sneaker battle live on YouTube every Saturday night. I'll send y'all the link though, so y'all can check it out.
For sure, send that over now.
Yeah, and then BX, he's actually battling this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so most definitely we'll see my boy get that dub this weekend.
Man. Yeah. Going for that.
Come on, dude.
I ain't trying. Listen, man. From what I hear, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Monolith is gonna kill BX." I got my money on Mono. I like, all right, sleep on me.
I just want to go on record that we ain't never said that.
Yeah.
Sleep on me if you want. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, now I will say initially I was always like, yeah, Mono gonna kill Pain, and then whoever he battles between y'all two, I said he's probably gonna win that one too to go against Mo.
Mm-hmm.
But then after after our interactions and then building with BX and then seeing the things that Instagram and what he's actually shown and stuff like that or whatever, and then how the military boys do too. Y'all spend that bread. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I gotta say is that not everything is on IG.
Yeah.
And I only have 3 videos on my YouTube, and it's not anything spectacular.
You said it. We know. We already know. And you got.
You don't gotta say nothing else. Just pull it out at the battle.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all.
So I know most definitely my boy is gonna win this weekend, man. So I look forward to that. So most definitely y'all check out the battle this weekend. We will be doing a recap right afterwards. Shout out to the homie Bobby Sneaker World in the building. And E Money is in the building, who actually is one of the head hosts of the Who Has the Heat sneaker battle.
That's big money shoes right there.
Mastermind right there.
Yeah, that's the mastermind right there. So yeah, most definitely, y'all stay tuned for that, man. Appreciate everybody coming through tonight. We most definitely went over time, but it was well worth it. Having twin souls in the building and having Dan in the building. So I'm just honored to have, both of y'all, Twin Souls and Dan tonight. I most definitely had a good time having y'all on. I mean, we most definitely don't get to do this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, we get to do this at SneakerCon or whatever like that, but since that's not popping right now, this is dope to do this every week, and we've been getting a really good response every week. You know what I'm saying, with the audience, the numbers going up, and then the interaction in the comment section, and then just the different guests that we've been having every week. It's been really dope. So I appreciate everybody coming through. And yeah, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right, y'all be safe.
God bless.